Blog Talk Radio.
welcome to Legal Name Fraud Radio. Yours truly, me, whatever you want to call me to get my attention. we'll see how that works out. But anyway, yeah, another action-packed day. Yuka is in, and Jolly and Love, and here we are here, and Roar and Shocked after. So it's, yeah, Odin's Day. Go figure. Hey, look, it's a red flag day. How about that? But anyway, I know that D-Light and the crew in Cornwall want to jump in here tonight, so I want to get the mics open early for them, seeing as it is rather late, and it's always an adventure when they jump in. So really the only thing I want to go over, what's been pondering of late, if you want to talk in terms of a slide rule, there's this thing been gnawing at me this whole July 25th, July 24th, and then I got to thinking about it. I thought, well, you have the July and the Aug used, right? August and July, the insertion of Julius and Augustus Caesar into the timeline. How do I describe this? Contained within July and August, right? Neatly tucked in the middle there is Leo, right? The lion. And I'm still tracking a bit of that, but here's the overall feeling on it. It's like a slide rule effect, because September, October, November, December are indicative of numerical values. Set being 7, set en français, 7. Oct meaning 8, nov meaning 9, deci meaning 10. So July and August being represented as the, quote, 7th and 8th months in the year replace the 7 and 8, which is September, October. So you could write, 8/15 and see it as August 15th or October 15th, right? Interesting to note that the overlap is 30 days in September, 31 in July, 31 October, 31 August. So there's a missing day in September, right? In terms of the totals. So there's one missing day because September, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest of 31 except, well, the old leap year thing, right? To make up for that lost day adjustment. Excuse me. All right. I want to put that out there for D. Washimoto, just to track this July 25th. And of course, when I did the math from, 1,260 days from the raid on the house against my family and myself, 1,260 days, go back to Revelations. Remember, I use Revelations and, the Bible and a lot of things to track with. Revelations is my favorite. It's easiest allegories to decipher. They look the most complicated, but they're actually the easiest, which is, go figure. But anyway, 1,260 days from February 11th, 2012, ends on July 24th, 2015, right? And basically that's the time in the bowels, if you will. I also thought it very interesting. Computer had a will of its own, because when I woke up, the YouTube was still going. But anyway, when I opened my eyes, of course, there's the picture of the Jesus on the cross motif, and above was INRE, INRE. And I thought, wow, that's Aaron in the mirror. Well, sort of. Ernie, right? Weekend at Bernie's kind of thing. Might be an anagogic in there. What do you think? Yeah, go have a look and see what you think. But anyway, so it's about tracking your own reality, your own existence, and making sense of it. You got to make sense of yourself. That's really what it boils down to. Why exactly am I here? That kind of thing. Purpose. But anyway, just a few headlines off the top here. Sheer brilliance, by the way. I love the cartoon. I'm, the one with the laser vision going through. That's exactly what it looks like when you tell somebody the truth. It's like a laser going through their heads. But it's also the ability to see right through anything, anyone. Right? Being observant, you'll see the situation. I like this one. Better bone up on Revelations, kids. Without cash, the only option is to discharge a debt at a garage sale. This is just the beginning. Yeah. Unbelievable. This state just banned cash transactions. Nice anagogic. Lose out of cash. Can't cash the checks anymore. You know the cash stuff? You know, government checks are signed with a promise to pay. Gee, I wonder who promised to pay and hasn't anteed up. It's sort of like someone coming up to you and borrowing your car, you know, driving it into the ground, coming back with it and demanding that you buy your car back from them, all beaten up. Yeah, and Kennedy fell for it. Yeah. You know, like in The Judge. Only I drive this car. Me, right? The car that I'm talking about is your body. So, best that you get that back. But the anagogic of that was very simple. You know, trying to drive cash out. Well, I'll tell you why. Because those are government checks. They were checks written by the Crown in any of its corporate offices, be it U.S., Canada, U.K., Australia, anywhere in Europe, anywhere on the planet. The planet of City of London, on this world, right? In this world, of this world. It's all corporate, corporations to corporations, corpses to corpses. And effectively what's been going on is, by the consent that you give through your infinite source being to being something that is dead, an illusion, a created construct by another, you're feeding life into the paper doll. You're the one that's breathing life into the clay, into the flat earth, two-dimensional paper doll legal name thing, to personify it in the same way that they get people to trip over to the church to worship the plastic or whatever paper mache Jesus paper doll hanging off a cross. Again, it's about taking your energy and personifying it through an illusion, and that's the energy that's been feeding this place. So best not do that. But these are just prime examples of what's really going on. Yeah, unbelievable. The state just banned cash transactions. Okay, good luck with that. You know, proven historical fact that when things like this happen, that's when everything goes black market. Isn't that funny? That's where the corporations get left out of the loop. So in their infinite desire, that is their infinite destruction anyway. Evil will destroy itself. Excuse me. But anyway, just another anagogic showing up. Lots of stuff going on. Let me see. Let me get to the board, see if D and Strawberry and whoever. Just put your hands up whenever you want, guys. To call in, 347-637-3265. Beach our listener number. Not sure what it is. Anyway, someone wants to post that in the Skype. They're shocked. We'll get shocked in here. Let's get this table open up early tonight because want to make it more wide open, and it's also a little noisy here, so I'm going to have to mute a fair bit. Okay, so hey, there's Strawberry and the crew, and Shocked. How are you guys?
Very nice, very good.
Hi, you guys.
Hey.
There you are. Thanks for picking up the mics earlier. Appreciate that.
You're breaking up a little bit. Sounds like you're overpowering it. Try again.
Okay, I was saying thanks for opening up the mics early.
Yeah, well, I figured, being midnight, you're still breaking up a teeny bit, so just I guess check the bars and whatever as far as the signal coming in. Then again, hey, you never know what it is at this table. But that's why I wanted to get the table open early tonight for you guys, because I know it's late where you are.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, Strawberry Can you hear me okay now? It's still breaking up?
It's breaking up. Where I can hear what you're saying, but it's got that kind of thing, So just let me know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it will sort itself out.
There you go.
Strawberry's been tweeting. Freaking me out. I'm all right coming on and coming down to Strawberries, and bloody hell, he's got this stage position, so he's got all this fancy studio equipment going on, with buttons and dials and prop microphones and aircraft or rocket ship.
Hey, Dee, you were really breaking up there. Can you guys?
Okay.
I would just say hang up, and then call right back in because that sometimes clears it up.
Give that a go.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. We're here. It's all good. Yeah, so it's a full day today. We got Wednesday, huh? I kind of looked at that. I thought, really? I thought it was Tuesday, but anyway, that's just me. Kind of losing time here, a little bit. Pieces of time. Anyway, Shocked, how's it going? Lots of I love that Hitler learns about the legal name fraud.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Did you get a chance?
I got my
I
got the batteries in my mouse again, so I can go back to making photos and stuff. So more will come.
Awesome. Yeah, we got 360. Your mic's open.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yep.
How's it going?
Good. What's up?
Oh, not much. I just figured I could say hello and kind of share my day at school. So it's interesting how I found you. I probably would have listened in sooner had I realized you were talking about the legal name fraud.
This is the table where this was exposed.
I know, but
it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought Kate of Gaia. I'm like, I listened to some old shows first, and I was like, this is like New Age, how is this pertaining to legality, I guess. But I knew something was fishy about the birth certificate a long time ago. Started listening, I think, in about April. And basically, I've told everyone, and it's cost me kind of a lot of, friendships or what have you.
Truth will cost you everything,
Right.
I don't want to cut you short here. I just want to check in with Dee. She just called back in, so I wanted to check the mic there because it's really late where they are. But I don't want to discourage you from being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at. So it's so
for sure.
hang up for a bit, and I want to hear about your day at school because I love when our favorite. Well, for me, I'll speak for me. My favorite experience is new people coming in, and of course the veterans of this that are sharing the story. So what we have tonight is both veterans and I don't want to make the term seem like it's your newbie. It's just a very new reality and.
Right. No, that's why I'm chiming in because I remember being there and being a little confused. So I think it'd be good for those that are new to hear from a newer newbie.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I mean, this is
check in with Dee, and I can take a bong rip, so I'll just wait out for a second.
That's the spirit.
Heck yeah.
All right. It's all good. It's all good. So hang in there, and I'll just leave your mic open if you want to mute on your end. Feel free to jump in if there's things that you feel you can add or any questions or whatever. LD and the crew are doing their thing. Dee, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me now okay?
Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Good. Yeah, I was just about to say, I didn't catch her name because I just came in just after she said her name, but I was going to say let her continue. I don't want to interrupt because it was good hearing her anyway. And but yeah, it's all good. Okay. Yeah, I noticed. I don't know where to begin. It's just been magical, really magical journey, and there's been a lot that I've been wanting to say for a while. I think going back to, let's say, I want to talk about Ted as well because he's still in there. I mean, he's there, you know, walking in truth in his way as well, and things come up from time to time. And recently, I had a post on Facebook from the mother of one of his friends at school, and she sent me a video. She apparently sent it to a lot of people as well because she got very excited about it. And it was called "The Lies We Live," and in the along with the post, she wrote about Finley, who is Ted's really good friend at school. Ted's talked about Finley on the show as well, saying Finley's getting this and that. But Finley had said, and they were in London at the tube station, and she had quoted him and said that Finley said, "Look at all these people. Why are they all so conditioned into behaving the way they're behaving?" And I just, when I read that, I thought, hang on, that along with the video she sent, this is exciting. It means that she's got a little bit of a clue here, and she's trying to wake up. So I watched the video to get an idea of where she was, what her way of thinking is, and it was all there, it was right on the edge. So I thought, yeah, she's going to get this, and I was getting really excited. And so, it was a good opportunity for me to then come in and say, yeah, by the way, this is all about, and, to give her the whole thing about the legal name fraud. And so I was waiting to hear what she said about that, and I was just like, oh, please get it, but she, the seed's there, and she came back and said a few more things, but she obviously wasn't really looking at it yet. So I'm still thinking, yeah, she's going to get it. She's going to get it. There's everybody in their own time. So that's really cool stuff. But it shows that Ted does talk about this at school, and the kids are all listening, because had another experience today. Another parent of one of Ted's friends at school. She's also a really good friend of mine that I've known since the kids were babies, and they went to nursery together, and now they're in school together. And she's called Maria, and she's always over the years talked to me about these spiritual things. So we've come together and crossed paths in this way. And today, so this is perfect. The perfect anagogics of everything as well. We were looking in the mirror at each other as she was doing my hair, but she's there. She's got it. She's got it. So the first thing she said when we sat down, she says, "Okay, explain me this," because she's had the Babylon is fallen, and she's been there, seen her on the playground. She's always asking things, and finally she really, really wants to know. And she was getting goosebumps and stopping in the middle of doing my hair and saying, she says, this is making so much sense to me. I'm really understanding all of this. Another point when we were talking about the spiritual side of things as well, and once we got past the whole me explaining really from the beginning about the fraud of it and the birth certificate and how the names were stolen and how that's different from what you were called, and she was really understanding how I put that across. She suddenly just stops. Here's me with the hair pinned up and everything. She just drops all the instruments and said, wait, because her studio's in her home. So she runs up, and just as she's going out the door, she had the radio on, and the song comes on. One of the things we're talking about, obviously, is it always comes into it. It's all about money and what that means. And the song on the radio, that one, it's not about the money. So I said, Maria, listen, what's the song? I said, another synchronicity. Look, it's right there. And she laughed. I could tell she was with me with it. But she said, hang on, I got to find this piece of paper. She comes running up with this little bit of paper. Amy had written in the corner of the paper this little drawing with a speech bubble, and in the speech bubble it says, the answer to everything is to kill the belief of creation. And I read that and I looked at her and I said, Maria, that's the truth. That is pure truth. I said, you see, children can get it because they haven't been conditioned the way we have. And they don't think. They're pure creation. This just came out from truth out of her. She says, you're right, it did, because when I asked Amy, where did this come from, she told me, I don't know, it just popped out. I said, there you go, you see, it did. It just popped out, and that's the truth. And then we got into talking about what that meant, and I was saying, and helping her to decipher it, because said that, the word lie is in belief, and I said, what she's saying is you need to kill these lies that we're being told about what creation is, because they go to this religious school as well. So obviously Amy's picking up on all that. So she just got it, and she kept saying, oh, I'm getting goosebumps. She said because she was in this really beautiful house with views all over Mounts Bay, and she's got all the dreams. She says, I'm living my dream. I've got everything, and I know people will be envious of me because of what I got. She said, but I keep having these freakouts and thinking, there's more. What am I missing? And she said, and now you've told me, and now I know what's missing. I get it. So she was so happy. She was just, we were hugging and tears, and it was just brilliant. It was beautiful, really beautiful.
All walks of life, people. This is, we are far and wide across this plane.
Yeah.
So, it's wonderful to watch that happen, isn't it?
It is, and and I want to say that this goes to show to everyone here, at the table, the work that you're all doing, that we're all doing together.
Totally.
This
totally.
is the result. Yeah. And
see the difference between church and religion and all, and the whole systemic idea of teaching is what we present here is it's practical. It's something you can experience for yourself, to see your own spirituality within yourself. This is not someone telling you who you are. This is you finding out who you are from your own point of view. And this tsunami is you see it. It's right there. This is what's happening, guys. The truth is getting revealed. There was a great post on the discussion group. Let me just get to it, because here it is again. And people all around this, or all over this world, all around this world, are pulling things out and showing others the very same things. Now, here's a prime example of someone that knows how to stay anagogic while using literal. And see, it's a very fine line. Oh, yeah. As fish rain over the streets. Thailand, eh? Okay. Those Pisces fish are falling. Yes, they are. Let me see. Where was it? I still love that lawful permit one. That's funny as hell. The Hitler finds out about the legal name fraud. Guys, wow. Manus, I think that was you that put that together. Whoever, it doesn't matter. Sheer brilliant. I love don't worry, we can go to church and give our power away there. The girls talking. Oh, my God, it's hilarious. But anyway, if you get a chance to watch that, Hitler finds out about legal name fraud on YouTube with improved subtitles. You can really dance that one around. I just want to find that one post. Great for getting the word out, guys, about groups that are perpetrators of legal name fraud avoidance that have the ability to get the word out and aren't doing it. Thanks for that. It's not like you're pointing fingers here, guys. You're just saying, hey, we know what's going on, and why aren't you talking about it? Are you one of them that wants to keep this in, going and enslaving humanity and the soul? Or are you finally going to get with it and start getting the word out? Head in the ground. Looking for ID, are you? 1 sec. Almost there. Love the license plates, guys. Neat, eh? Tony, you guys just dance This is what I love. I just look at you guys dance. You're the show. You're the stars in my movie, so it's great to watch. Where was it? I know I scroll because I typically, when I go to the discussion group, I scrolled. Yeah, here it is. I think this is the one. Yes, Mia Being, great post. Just to know, wink, wink, wink. What a beautiful anagogic. Check this out. The European Court of Human Rights, that's the Hague, by the way, had to say on the matter in Sheffield and Horsham, you can't make this up, versus the United Kingdom. Okay. There's two entries here. 28. An entry this is from. There was a link to the HUDOC search page, which I shared the link, but it didn't share the information, so I deleted the link. Sorry about that, guys. I'll repost this, but go something like this. 28. An entry is regarded as a record of the facts at the time of birth. A birth certificate, accordingly, constitutes a document revealing not current identity, but historical facts. That's their history book, the Book of Anubis. 31. The government point out, interesting, February 28. Yeah, it's July 31. I'm sorry, I see things differently, but anyway. 31. The government point out that the use of a birth certificate for identification purposes is discouraged by the Registrar General, and for a number of years, birth certificates have contained a warning that they are not evidence of the identity of the person presenting it. However, it is a matter for individuals whether to follow this recommendation. You do it to yourselves. And there it is. Straight up. Anyway, carry on. Just thought I'd share that. Anybody?
Yeah, we're still here. I don't want to hog the whole time because other people would say.
Hey, if you've got the experience, which you do, share it. And if you're happy with what you've shared, if there's more, please talk. If not, don't worry about it.
Oh, God, there's more. I mean, there's so much I could be here all night, but it's just trying to focus a bit. And
let's play ping pong. Let's bring our newbie in and have a let's play ping pong with the new and the old. You know, bringing it all together.
Yeah. Okay, because I've got Anthony here as well, and he needs to say something, and Mark needs to make a debut. He's desperate to say hello. He's not said anything ever yet. So where is our newbie?
360 is the area code. Is there a particular calling that we can get your attention with? Hello, 360. Might be away from the phone. So, away.
Right. I want to talk about another thing as well that's happened. I have to talk a bit. Going back to the story of last year when I left, which is called Nan Severn School, college name. I was 12 years. It's a school for special needs. And it was like me because I spent a lot of time there, and I really loved the staff and loved what I did. But it was very different as well, obviously. And what I did.
Dee, I don't know what happened. You're breaking up again.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. Okay. I keep trying. Can you hear me now? Is it going okay? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. We'll have to hang up again if it's doing it.
Okay.
But I'll try. I don't know how much you heard of what I said, but I'm talking about a
Something about school.
No, break it up.
Yeah.
School.
Yeah, breaking up real bad.
Right. Hang up.
Okay. Yep, call back in. Well, we have Shocked here and 360. Either of you guys want to jump in?
Oh, yeah. Regarding to that lawful permission to do something thing that you mentioned earlier,
Oh yeah, funny, eh?
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. For the newer people going into those groups and stuff, if someone says, I'm just warning you, there's a freight train coming and you're standing right in front of it, you might not want to be in the way, don't take that personally. Because, yeah, just another ego thing that people need to work on, but yeah, just reminding.
Yeah, that's the thing about waking up. The inner demon doesn't like it, and it will fight tooth and nail. And of course, wanting to debate truth for what truth is, which is insane. 1 + 1 = 2. There is no debate. It is illegal to use a legal name. There is no debate. There isn't.
I mean, really, at this point, we could just call it the illegal name fraud.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's perfect catch-22. Force someone to use something that forces them into breaking the law unknowingly. And then, of course, they're instantly guilty. Humanity walks around with that original sin all day long. And, so cops and lawyers and judges want to, rape, murder, pillage, and steal from individuals. We're just telling them how to stop them from being able to do that at all, at any level, and pushes it all away. I found it rather funny when I was reading the stories that, let me see. I'm going to go to it. The feather brushes. Puke and rainbows. Let me get to it. It's funny where she was warned by the cops to, we're going to let you go, but just letting you know there's other cops, and and they're going to have the same.
Chrissy, yeah, that was hilarious.
Chrissy Carter, yeah, she, okay. So what's going to happen is they're going to run away just like you. So, sorry, you were trying to scare me or something? Yeah, same thing, just like the thing that's happening here. And funny, not a problem. Straight on through to the other side, and that's it. As soon as you get past that, the initial fear of it, the I Ching for today, very poignant line in it. Let me share this with you. Let me go to the I Ching. I do post these when I get them because there's always something very pertinent within it. Now, here is an example of what I talk about when you stand in the truth as it's being portrayed in the I Ching. This is, you stand in the truth unyielding, okay? You don't hold back. You don't flinch. See, that's what happens is, based on the fear programs that people have been forced into, guns in their faces and shit like that, it's all a bluff. It's not a bluff if you're caught in the legal matrix, but it is a bluff.
When she was saying that she told him to go talk to his boss, so it kind of gave off that vibe like Deal or No Deal. Like, are you going to accept what I'm doing to you? Go tell your boss what I said.
And of course, they'll bring in 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever more cops in there to do what? More of the same. Try to get a name out of you. And again, it's the whole gang bully threat, and it's all bluff. Because here's the truth of it in the I Ching. The well. This is from 48. Ching, the well, above the abysmal water, below the sun, the gentle wind. The judgment is simple. The town may be changed, but the well cannot be changed. Right? The tone. Your heart may be changed, but the well cannot be changed. The truth cannot be changed. It neither decreases nor increases. 0 point. They come and go and draw from the well. That's what we do. We draw from our own well of souls. If one gets down almost to the water and the rope does not go all the way or the jug breaks, it brings misfortune. That's if you are in a situation where you're standing your ground and they've been coming at you with this threat and that threat and you name it, whatever threat they throw at you, don't yield to it because that's your bucket and your rope. Well, what's the line again? If one gets down almost to the water, like you're right there, you're at the water, you're in the truth, and the rope does not go all the way, stand your ground, don't flinch, or the jug breaks, it brings misfortune. When you stand your ground, that water that jug goes right into the water. Water over wood, the image of the well. Thus the superior man encourages the people at their work and exhorts them to help one another. And that's all we've been doing. Oh, we got Dee back again. Let's see what the mic's like. Sorry about that. I just went over to the I Ching. Hello.
Okay, can you?
Yeah, it's still a bit sketchy, but we're just going to have to persevere with it. We'll just do our best, shall we?
Okay. Yeah. I think what I'll do then is Anthony on so to make sure he has the chance to say something.
Fair enough.
All right.
Yep, that works. Yep.
All right, here he is. I've got to hand over the Brisbane main equipment there, so I'm in a proper studio. I've had to stay over.
Yeah, it's still breaking up a little bit. It sounds more like road than anything else.
Hi, Kate.
Hey, there you are.
How are you doing? Okay.
Good. Good to have you.
Yeah, it's been a while. We had an episode today, me and Mark. Went wandering through the woods looking for some herbs and sniffers. And we met into the guy who actually rents a land off the woods. Who think the land. It's about a theft. A battery had been emptied of its acid. I'm not going to anagogics. I'll let you rip it apart with anagogics. And he was asking about the river being dammed, the truth, the water. And the next thing he said he's phoned the police. And he said, I think I want him to talk to you. So we were stood there waiting that, and it was Tompkin who turned up. Down the hill.
Good old duality knowledge. Tom Kin. Oh yeah. We know all about Tompkin.
Yeah, and I just said, how you doing? Shook his hand, just to see his energy and that. And I just said, I'm just putting you on notice. There's no use to leave him. You know, it's and he just couldn't really look at us. And his head went down. I don't want to go through that. And then we just left. Came back to base camp, basically. I drove away back with dog. Then he followed us back into camp. We were sat there. And then Andy, the guy who rents the land, turned up with Tompkin. So a camp where we've set his tent up. Started asking questions. I don't have questions. So again, I don't have questions. And he started talking to Strawberry, and Strawberry basically started to people. He just didn't know what to do. So really nice, silent. And all the while, Andy's watching this, and he didn't know anything about Liam. It's the first time we've met him. But we were going to bring him up and that, but we were just waiting to see him face to face. And it was just perfect. And the silence basically said it all, and Tompkin couldn't stay any longer. But the question he was asking was about the cable, the cabal, the internet cable running through the forest floor. But that's the question we were answering to him. Like, no, we weren't in him a day. And he's whatever he said it's perfectly natural to run these cables on the forest. He was just trying to get something, you know what I mean? He couldn't get anything because we're not doing any harm, basically.
Quick question.
Andy,
quick question for you. Can you check the connections on your mic? Because it sounds like it's cutting in and out. It's got to stop.
I think it might be me. I might be too close. Is that better?
Yeah. Is there a cable that's moving around at all?
I know it's a stand. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's breaking up. Like it's connecting, disconnecting. I can't. That's what it sounds like. Because I'm catching.
Yeah.
Because just as you get going on a flow with a concept, it starts breaking up and it derails it. And I don't know if anybody else is picking up everything, but
no, it's really distorted.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to say about that, really, to be honest with you. I can go over it again, Claire, if you want.
Yeah, again, it's Tompkin showed up and, of course, couldn't do a damn thing and trying normal tricks that they all try and had to walk away pretty much, yeah?
Yeah, basically, he felt like a boy, really. He just didn't know what to do with himself. And like I said, the best part of it all was the silence. We all went just really quiet, sat down, and you could see the uncomfortableness of Tompkin, about the legal name for him. Say it's really good for him to see. Yeah, it was very, very receptive of what we were saying. It's first time with the visitors and where his land, and we've been there for.
Now this is
October.
This is the individual that felt the need to call the cops that was receptive, or was it another cop with Tompkin? Yeah. That's what I'm missing.
The guy's renting the land with a battery, installing out batteries. Because he's got a shed thing in woods and a note which he hasn't been to quite a while, and it's sort of going to a bad state. So we've been after it for him, basically. Kids are messing with stuff. We found a drum in the woods, and we took that back to him. Basically, we're very, very. Initially, when we first met, we weren't sure. He's never seen us before. We're walking in the woods with two saws, and he thought we were thieves, And now they said, "Look, we're suburbans. We're killing that." You know what I mean? But he didn't know what to make of us. And obviously, when he come back to camp, he didn't even know more what to make of us, basically, because how we were reacting to this constable, or whatever you want to call them. So
just call it what it is.
It's quite interesting, really.
Yeah, the Tompkin uniform.
Yeah, a dead body, as
yeah,
what we said, demon. No, yeah. So right, really.
Yeah, you're really breaking up, and it is really, really hard to stay with you. So I don't know what the hell we're gonna do here. Is there a...
We'll try again another night, and I'll just put Mark on, and he can have a quick chat with you.
Okay, that works.
Lovely to speak to you.
Wonderful work, guys.
Okay, Mark here. Lovely to speak here.
Hello, good to have you.
Hello. Yeah, it's been really good. It's been
good.
Pretty awesome what we're doing.
Couldn't agree more.
Pink Woods intent.
When you guys really, and I'm talking to, as always, everybody, when you guys realize what you were actually doing and the power that you're wielding and the change that you're unfolding, just with sharing the one idea, this breaks the whole program. When you tell anyone, that it's illegal to use a legal name, you're committing fraud doing so. That's all you need to say.
Yep.
The seed's planted. I don't care if you say another word. You say that seed is planted. Identification, it's illegal to use a legal name. You didn't know that? And then walk away.
No, a seed.
Johnny Appleseed, baby. Plant the seeds. Let the orchards grow.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's people loving it.
Yeah, Mary, quite.
Nature.
Yeah, lines that break up make my job here fucking impossible. Man, because I can feel the energy of you guys. It's like, yeah, let's go figure. Hey, can you guys maybe just tone your energy down a bit? Maybe you're overloading the lines. I don't know. Try that.
Power surge.
Pretty much. We've had a few of those at the table. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. As soon as you get the word out to people, and it really is that simple. There's no rocket science to this, guys. There is. I'm going to keep telling you this until you figure it out. All you got to do is plant that little seed and watch what happens.
And watch it grow.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you go, hey, did you use ID? That's illegal to do that. It's illegal to use anything legal. What, you got a bar card? And then walk away.
Well, I'm a piece of paper.
Yeah,
so obvious.
Exactly. No one wants to be uncool. It's not cool to use a legal name. There it is.
Like talking to my family now, talking to strangers. In that environment, to somewhere beautiful where we are now.
Well, and the good news is you get a lot of people around you. You know, the Cornwall crew it's a sizable little crew, you know? You're really, really breaking up. I'm just hearing bits and pieces now. Is anybody else hearing anyone else hearing that breaking up, or is it? Because I want to make sure it's not my headset here.
Yeah, it's definitely breaking up pretty bad.
Okay.
Yep, breaking up real bad.
Let me speak to you all, and I'll pass you on today.
Okay,
Peace and love.
Peace and love, and great to hear from you, Mark, Anthony, everybody. It's awesome.
We're here now because that was hard for Mark, and he did that.
Oh, that's awesome. No, it wasn't. Well, you can look him square in the eyes and say, Mark, that wasn't that hard, was it? Really?
He's all right. He'll be here again.
It's just a phone
good.
call.
It's all good.
What, you don't call your friends? I do, every night. I make sure I call my friends every night.
We're always here anyway. So now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we might have 360 back. I know we got Mags in here. 360, you there?
Oh, I want to come back.
Yeah. Hey, newbie, get on the air here, will ya? Unmute your mic on your end if you're muted. I've got you unmuted. I've got you unmuted here. Yeah, ever find yourself doing that, talking, and you look and it's muted? Oh, shit. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, I know. It's not just a phone thing. It's a radio host thing, too, you know? We all do it. Hello? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, there's Mags. How are you?
Just fine, love. How are you?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Huh? Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Oh, did you know the legal name is fraud?
No.
Right, and today being the 15th of April, you know.
Yeah,
I
Titanic
did something
went down
special.
last night. Yeah, you know that. The Titanic went down last night, April 15th. I was tracking the Titanic. And the whole allegory of it. Yeah, it's... yeah, I was reversing Titanic Olympus, Heaven for Hell, and... Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Well, I sort out my universe as it applies to me. Did you know that there's only one World War II class cruiser in the HMS Her Majesty's fleet that is left from that era? And guess what ship it is?
Don't know.
HMS Belfast. And guess where they got it parked? On the Thames, across from the Tower of London. So there's a big anagogic there when you understand the actual history, the alpha omega. Remember, when you look at any one thing, look at its alpha omega only from that viewpoint. An example is the alpha omega of me sitting here in this body, in this illusion, is June 15th, 64, 8:40 a.m. to now. So the alpha point, and I'm the omega, the egg, if you will.
Oh.
The HMS Belfast would be the alpha omega of that would be when the keel was laid or the very idea of the ship being built to its omega right now, and it's the only one in existence of its particular class. And when you look at the history of that ship, and of course, that ship, Fractal, being named after the city, Fractal, name that this body arrived in, there's an alpha connection point. So what do we have in common with HMS Belfast? That's what I look for. What do I have in common with the Titanic? What do I have in common with what is real in my experience? This body arrived about 800 meters from where the Titanic was built. My grandfather saw it launched. Okay? So these are the things that are in my fractal that I can connect in a real sense. Well, grandfather met the guy. Yeah, he was there. He was, I think he said he was 2 years old, and I asked him at the time, well, how'd you remember it? He said, when you see something that big, you never forget it. And I recall as a very small child seeing a large cargo ship prior to us going to Canada in 1967. And I remember that ship. It was huge. That's why I remember it.
Oh, yeah, from that perspective, that's a very big ship.
So I look for the connections of things that are real to me. Titanic's very real. HMS Belfast is very real. So what I do then is I find the commonalities, the common threads, and then I stitch them together to see what the overlay of my story is as it's playing out in the now. So what I see with the HMS Belfast, for example, is that one thing that the Crown is holding in place. Same thing like the Ravens. Remember, we're the Ravens. We don't eat sheep's hearts. Okay? The allegory of the Ravens' wings being clipped and kept at the tower. If ever the Ravens leave the tower, and that's 6 of them, the tower would fall. So I know what that means from the spiritual viewpoint, in that we're the ravens, and to the degree that we awaken, that's where we fly away from the tower. So the tower is down in that regard. And what they have there is that tie-in fractal of the HMS Belfast across from the tower. So I'm seeing it from an entrapment. What are they doing to hold the fractal in place, to dissolve it? It's very difficult to explain. It's for those that are tracking their own now, seeing their own magical moments, you'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. You know, those things that connect, and you see why. You can't explain it, but you see why they connect.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part to explain to people, because there is no way to explain that connection. You just see it. Okay?
It's a clue. Yeah. It's not just a coincidence.
It's a clue. It's a nail. So pull the nail out and hammer your house back together with it. See, the nails have been scattered everywhere. The clues are everywhere. And every time you pick a clue up, you get a nail back to build your house with, Jack. And this is the house that Jack built. You are that, building your own house within. Boy, what a fractal I was on last night, writing this out. RMS Titanic, April 15th, 1912. 2:20 in the morning, I believe it was, when it finally went under. And so I'm looking for things like the 22, the master number, the catch-22, to see how to reverse it. Who went down with it, so reverse that into the spiritual. You know, the most wealthy, in the physical sense, went down with the Olympus. That wasn't the Titanic that sank. That was the Olympus. They did a bait and switch at Belfast Harbor, Harlan and Wolff. Yeah,
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. I mean, that rumor went around for, well, it never went away. The funny thing about truth, it never goes away.
Yeah, on my yellow brick road, I took my birth date, October 30th, and I put it in and checked the date, history.org, just to see what was going on in the world. And the first event that popped up was in the year, now that I had done this like 6 months ago, a year ago, longer than that. Anyway, the first event that popped up was the year 69 AD, and it was the Battle of, I want to say, Cremona, and it had to do back in the Roman and Vesuvius. Anyway, I went back to look again just a couple of days ago, and it's not there anymore. That particular is gone, and the earliest event now is only 637 or something. So I had to do a little digging to find out a little bit more about what that was. I don't know. I just thought that was odd.
Yeah, those are the early stages of tracking, and there's no way you can explain it. when you go back, that happens to me a lot, where I'll check something and go back to look for it, and or something on the garbage can, I'll look at the headline, and then the page will refresh, and it's nowhere on the page to be found after that. So you get brief little glimpses. It's sort of like everything is getting thrown at you so quickly.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got to be in the now to see these things, right? I watched a couple of Simpsons episodes, and the scenes in those cartoons move very quickly. So that's why it's good just to take a pause and stop and have a real look at what's there, instead of just sitting back and being entertained by a cartoon. And you'd be amazed. Yeah, you'll be amazed at what you see.
I did that little thing that you do, ask a question and then pop on a headline. I went to the Huffington Post and I said, okay, of course I am, or yes, I know I am, or something along those lines, and then pop on the headline. And that's pretty freaky.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Don't worry, creation
answers your questions.
When you're looking at creation and asking a question of creation, well, creation will tell you. It's the finding it hard to believe that you might find it difficult to overcome. And that's I say to everyone. It's like, no, did that really just happen? Yeah, it did. Because you say that enough times. Did that really just happen? Did that really just happen? Did that really? You finally run out of of course it did. And you just simply accept it for truth. It is what it is. And that's when you're in the now.
Now it's just fucking cool.
It is. It's awesome. It's like, hey, wait a minute. This is magical here. Yeah, it is. Listen, I'm just going to pop and grab a coffee. So carry on, guys. Jock, do you want to take the helm?
Yeah.
Okay. Helm's yours. I'll be right back. Just grabbing a coffee.
Okay, cool.
Hi, Shock.
So, yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Good. You?
Oh, I'm awesome.
I caught a little bit of your show the other night. Like my Skype was going in and off, and and then I turned my computer off. I pushed the button. Anyway, that's a long. I caught the one part I did catch was you guys were pondering if this legal name fraud thing was not true, would you still, some hypothetical crap or whatever. And I was like,
it was just some bullshit.
Oh yeah. And I was listening to everyone answer, and they kept where everyone was stumbling, and it's like, are you kidding me? There is no good. There's no bad. It's ridiculous. There's nothing of it that I wanted, even if it didn't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, I've never been a part of any of this. And so anyway,
I like to throw curveballs sometimes just to see.
Yeah,
if
you
the
do.
Truth was not truth. Yeah, if the truth was not truth, would you still call it truth? Yeah. I was just seeing what I could get out of him. He wasn't budging though.
Yeah. Oh, for a special today for. Oh, too close to the. That's better. I'm still hearing myself.
Yeah, I don't hear the echo now.
Okay. Oh, I sent a bunch of, let's see. You know that little picture of Alice, and she's peeking through the curtain?
Yeah.
And it shows Babylon Has Fallen. Well, I sent that, a Babylon Has Fallen, and the One Stop Truth Doc to every, what were they called again? Oh, yeah, the problem resolution officers at the IRS in every state.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I figured that would be a nice little, I figured they'd enjoy that.
You gotta enjoy that though, because it's IRS the problem resolution center. It's like your existence is the problem.
Yeah, that's what I felt was a little ironic about it as I was going through, and I was like, oh, I forgot I had found this. All this little stuff I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm getting around to doing it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's nice when you finally get some stuff done, isn't it? Stuff that you want.
Yeah.
Try calling into the fraud department of the police station and watch how they won't answer your phone call.
Oh yeah. This is what happens, guys. You kind of go, hey, wait a minute. This is true. Hey, I can get the word out without any fear, and fuck with them a little bit, and go hunting for them, and they run. They do.
Oh yeah. Or I enjoy this much more than them running away, is when they tilt their head kind of to the side in confusion. That's my favorite.
Yeah, the puppy dog.
What do you mean I can't touch you?
Oh? Yeah, the Raggy moment. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, it's kind of funny to watch. And again, that's that humility and arrogance that steps in. I'll tell you, the arrogance of knowing, you can't touch me. That arrogance, and the humility is, I'm not armed. I don't wish you any harm. I'm just telling you like it is.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. You mean, I just got the visual of that guy standing in front of all the tanks in Tiananmen Square, right?
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry. Not only do you stop the tanks, they turn around and go back where they came from. Didn't quite happen at Tiananmen Square, so I thought I might complete that cycle for us. This is where you literally turn the tanks around and send them packing.
Oh yeah, I talked to a nice young man who delivered a pizza a couple days ago. His name was Mauricio. Yeah, I think that's it. That sounds about right. Anyways, very nice young man. And I sat there and we talked for a minute. I shared losethename.com. I have it written on chalk on my front step. There was in white chalk. It glows. Anyway, I shared that with him and some the Babylon Has Fallen and some other stuff, and told him about losethename.com. He sounded very interested, and he talked to me about a few things. And
Mags, there's your Scorpio tail back. Okay, watch. You have the scorpion tail to sting every liar now. You see, you're not doing it to yourself anymore. What you're doing, and you're not doing it with vengeance or arrogance either, but now what I want you to do is step into the visual of your own power, of how powerful that stinger is. And all you got to do is point it in that direction. Don't worry, they run. They do. So I was just redirecting that scorpion aspect game piece that you have.
Thanks.
See your tail change direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you did to Mauricio. Little sting. Losethename.com on the front step. Sting.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that comes near the house goes, sting. That's you. Well done.
Well,
more fun this way, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like your Tinkerbell. Walking around with a little magic wand going, tink. See ya. Tink. Oh, you disappeared. Tink. Bye-bye. Legal name is the only name you have.
Again, getting excited about all the little things that I've been wanting to do for such a long time, but have hesitated in doing because I've been, dealing with the anger and all that other happy mess and the vengeance. And so, this is cool.
You've been through the mill. And for those that don't know, I've known you for, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
Yeah. And, I remember the early days and long conversations we'd have, and I know the hell that you were going through. And you were one of a handful of people that I was in constant contact with. This is back in the legal stuff, you remember? And, and we worked, as I do with everybody, and myself too, we worked on the situation as it was presenting itself. And it held them at bay to the point where it was this absolute knowing within self that the legal name is illegal. And once you know that, you're not going to break the law, are you? And they can't.
No.
See, here's the neat part about double jeopardy. Because this is what's really fucking the system now. This is the reverse intent going back in, because as soon as you know that it's illegal to use a legal name and you start making people aware of it, that's you showing your actions that, yes, you do know this. And here's what happens. Sorry, that went fractal. That was a big one. Let me bring this back. I got to reel it back in. Sorry, guys. This happens more now than I'm used to.
Quick,
Go
somebody
ahead.
hand her a bowl.
Yeah, I need a bowl. Anyway, yeah, that's the problem. Whoa, that went flying a little too high. What's happening now is that you cannot be guilty of the same crime twice. It's called double jeopardy. I did a post on it yesterday, and I want to kind of hit this one because you're bringing this to light right now, Mags. Everybody is. I just look for the specific things. Where was it? Yeah, here it is. Your reality changes when you finally accept the simple truth that has another feeding off your every breath. It is illegal to use anything legal, period. It begins and ends with the legal name kidnapping of your soul by their D sign. They need you to co-child, Japanese for child, co-sign all their low ends, loans, to make this reality tangential, right? Tangent. Cosine, sine, tangent. So tav, creation itself, truth, infinite, and genital. Funny that, eh? It's all about the genitals with these guys. Well, you can look at general, genital, it's the same thing. It's commonly called a catch-22, but the catch is, it works both ways. Once you finally accept that it's illegal to use a legal name, there is nothing this reality can ever do again to harm you. Now that you know and accept this, you can never be charged with the same crime twice. Catch-22 equals double jeopardy. Okay? It's a double jeopardy. You know that using a legal name is fraud, that you did not know you were committing because your parents, if you want to call them that, were deceived into the contract that has nothing to do with you, that was papered onto you. The original sin comes from the false Jew, to place their guilt upon you.
Right, and it has fuck all to do with me.
It's got nothing to do with you. So as soon as you just know, and guys, this is not a sit and ponder it for days and days. You just got to know this one simple thing. And I mean, just know this. It's a fucking fact. It's illegal to use a legal name. But Kate, what if? Here's the answer. Well, you know that it's illegal to do it. Get the word out. Let others know that it's illegal to do it. But you can't be charged twice for the same crime. So carry on with your day as normal while you are getting the word out, and this stuff will peel off you naturally anyway as you get the word out. But you're no longer serving the whore of Babylon, feeding this dark principality your life source. You've stopped it because you know the fraud, and here's the catch-22. Any cop or any uniform or any lawyer, judge, or whatever that wants to make the attempt to do that is now in full commission of fraud knowingly, because you can point it out. So that takes the crime that was trying to be duped onto you and paints them back with their own dirty paintbrush. That's where you drain the amygdala, black ink in the head, and spray it back. Yeah, the amygdala, by the way, is the fear gland, and it's a fight, flee, or freeze thing, and over time it fills up. And here's the thing: when it fills up and you don't release the fear, it stays there. So you got to release the fear, and that empties it. This is an anagogic. I should probably do a show on it. I think I've done a few on it already. But the bottom line is this: once you lose the fear, you drain all of that, and it goes back out. The double jeopardy part of it is the catch-22 for the system, because now the system. This is why anyone that's talking about court, you idiot, don't go. Point it out. It's fraud. If you're going to go, make it one last time to say, listen, I know this is fraud, and you're trying to aid and abet me. I'm only here to make you aware of this. Not in contract with this name. All I could find with this piece of paper was a time that you might actually think that I'm the legal name, where I'm not. I know I'm not. And I'm just here to let you know that, so fuck off. in a very polite way. You don't have to once you know this. So you choose whatever level of willingness to stand in the truth, because the truth is this: when you know that it's illegal to use a legal name and you just stand on that and put a shit-eating grin on your face, nothing touches you. And that's the truth. How many of us have to do this to show this? But isn't it fun? Just get the word out. Get on with your day. Lose all these worries and mindless monkey chatter fucking nonsense stuff. Just get on with your day. Get the word out. Let creation take this one. Okay? Because there's nothing that you can say, do, or whatever that can... When you do that, you're actually defying creation. I just let things go. Oh, what's there now? What do I have to do? Oh, okay. So I take my lead from creation. I don't lead the dance in as much as I am leading the dance at the same time. Hard to describe. It's a double cross of spiritual physical. And when I say double cross, I don't mean you've been double crossed, as in a negative. I mean double crossed as in the positive. That's your X marks the spot 0 point. Anyway.
I just got a visual. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cross your heart bra, girls and boys. You'll figure it out. If it's plus in the physical, it's minus in the spiritual. If it's minus in the physical, it's plus in the spiritual. So when you see all of this death, doom, and destruction that they have done in the physical, I mirror that back to, that's our heavenly victory. All right, so it's, again, there is so much going on right now. I find it actually very difficult to talk anymore. Pretty funny that. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah.
I'm shutting up now.
Yeah, and all this fear porn and crap that's out there, it's just, guys, it's all bullshit. Everything that they say or everything that's you think might be out there, it's not. It really isn't. I've known this for a while. It's like they'll sit there and it's all rhetoric. Rhetoric? Yeah, rhetoric. Fuck. Rhetoric.
Yeah.
Rhetoric.
Yeah, here was another way of putting this, of what we're talking about here. When you stop putting your tail, T-A-I-L, between your legs and know that the only tail this one-trick express donkey has is to deliberately cause you to break the legal law, falling for the legal name fraud they set up to trap your soul in. That's when their tail, T-A-L-E, their story, goes between their own legs, where they get to fuck themselves up their own ass. Donkeys, burros, and must-hangs. Just a bunch of union jackasses. Yeah, hee-haw, motherfucker. Hee-haw. See ya. Sit down. There's the musical chair. Right? P.S. It's fun to watch the puppies run away with their tails, stories between their legs, no? But, robots do as robots do. Well, I have to let you go, and just let you know there's other cops, and you think it's going to be any different with them as it is with you? Run away, and then it's clear sailing. I'd love to have been in the car with Chrissy when she was dealing these guys up. Sounds like a shit pile of fun to hang out with. Very polite. Fuck you. That kind of energy with it. Beautiful. Yeah, I loved reading the pictures. And what's that there? Oh, it's some TV thing. I contacted her to, I think, do an interview regarding the legal name. So I said, hey, why not? I sent links over, and my first reaction to that was, well, if they won't want to be talking to me if they went to losing a conversation, but I'll be the last one they want to contact. So this, see, something that people miss. It's not like you failed at something when when you're in contact with someone that makes is aware of this, and you reinforce the truth, your job's done. You don't have to go on TV, but if you go ahead, a lot of. Where do you see how quickly they won't let? That happened to me a lot. They wouldn't be interviewing me for newspaper articles. They'd rather write a dozen or more, apparently, story without my side of things. A little bias, don't you think? A little bias ply tire going. Hey, I'm on.
You're getting a little choppy there, Kate.
Go figure. Yeah, Lou doesn't.
Still hearing you though.
Okay, no worries. Anyway, I just wanted to really get this energy across, guys. Don't be afraid of the little puppies. The puppies. They got a leash on them, and they have to get reeled back whenever you notice. It is. A better way to put it. It is pure, absolute, fucking magic. The magic shields go up. It is a spiritual game, guys. Physical's the effect, remember? So don't get lost in the literal monkey world. Stay at your chessboard here. It's quite magical. Out of us.
Yeah, after let's see, what was that? December 6th.
Yep.
Went through that. Went through the detention center, got bailed out, and then.
Okay. Now, here's an example. Did you go and check out the story?
Who?
You ever heard of Pearl Harbor? World War II? Yeah. Okay. Pretty obvious, isn't it? Sorry, what was the date? December 6th?
Oh, my goodness.
Right, okay. So this is your Pearl Harbor invasion night before, because December 7th in the morning is when it happened, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so, and you know what I think of that? That's roughly, I don't know, let's call
11.
it... Well, how long did the actual battle last? And what happened? I'm giving you things to look at. What you them specifically here. What I'm trying to do is get you guys to answer your own questions as per that Alpha Omega. These are answers you have. I don't. I have my own answers. I have my own Alpha Omega fractal with that confirms everything for me. And why, Pearl Harbor, teeth, mouth, harbor, right? Creation itself, the invasion, the rising house of the rising sun, blah, blah, blah. All of these different concepts come in to bear at once, right? What percent? The Arizona, right? There's an example in the Oklahoma, okay? So I look for things that tie these concepts together at all history. See what it matters to me.
Okay.
Look at your experience going into jail from the Pearl Harbor, what it felt like to be invaded, point of view. I can't even describe how these things work. They just come out. There it is. Oh, man. How did we find this? That's got me most astonished is how we actually found this.
Yeah. It was a little upsetting at first, and once they finally broke through the house and got me, I took a deep breath and just rolled with it. And as I'm riding into the detention center, I said, "Okay, well, just accept it," and I was going to just roll with it. And it's like, okay. Well, and then I just said, well, look at this. I'm going to have a captive audience. So I guess I'll take that, use that to my advantage. So I was in one of these moods, and I got up on my little soapbox. So the whole time while I'm in the cell, I'm going through explaining to them about the legal name fraud and how they're getting, your masters, your bosses are not telling you this, that, and the other, and they're conning you into harming me and lying to you at the same time. And you really should check out losethename.com and Kate of Gaia at WordPress.com, because this is just, it's ridiculous what you guys are being forced to do. And I just went on and on and on. And anyway, until I got bailed out later. And it wasn't until after I was bailed out that I realized that they were trying to get joinder on me again. Because the guy asked me, the bondsman said he knew my son. And I said, oh, you do? And I just kind of laughed. And then I started crying, laughing. It's like, okay, I could smell that one. So I signed my little document. I signed it, Jane Doe -755.
Okay, I need you. Hang on, Mags. I need you more impeccable. You keep talking.
I'm sorry.
Excessive. No, don't apologize. You're not apologizing to me. I'm just pointing out something that I'm watching you recontract. You're riding a victim-victor wave. I can feel your energy shift up when you're proactive, and then as soon as you get into the effect of it, then you get into the victim, and then you ride back up. And it's a much tighter wave now than it was before. I'm just making you aware of what I'm feeling. So,
okay.
When you enter into the mentality, now we all ride these waves, so you got to be very, very aware of yourself on this, like of yourself. This is why I maintain this zero. So what happens is when you the back into the experience like it's real right now, that's still holding on to it, and that'll bring a victim in, and then what'll happen is the speak changes into I saw this was mine, my son, this other. You're speaking from the first person, not third person. Learn to speak about yourself from third person, like you're watching someone else outside of you, or you'll miss the show. Get outside of your box. Otherwise, when you're in the box, you're reliving it from first person, and you're in victim and possessive. Okay, so this is I'm hoping this is kind of getting across, guys, about how to ride your own wave. So how to correct your wave easily is to be very aware of everything you are saying. I claim anytime I speak of the girls that would be to be, quote, my, unquote, daughters. You see how upward I keep that?
So that's the boys.
My show is the idea of Emily and Hillary in relation to me, not because they're blood related or whatever. Let's leave that out of it. So okay. I won't talk in possessives. When you hear you'll know when the word "my" comes out of your face and there's no attachment to it. That's why I use my unquote very regularly to detach myself from it, so that I'm not going, it's mine. It's quote mine. It's not. I'm just using that word to show you the concept, not taking possession of it, showing you the idea of what I'm trying to show you, so you get the concept without taking ownership of anything I speak of other than truth.
Thank you.
Okay. It takes a bit of practice, hon. It really does. And
it does. And I don't talk to other people other than coming here, and that's my fault too.
Me too. It's a normal day.
I need to get out and talk more to others. Work on my skills.
I just work on every waking moment. I just work on me and see what I need to put together for creation. What do I need to see finished? What culminated? What changed? I always look for the things that changed.
Right.
Especially from the, one day to the next, right?
Yeah. So I was after I'd gotten out, I was wondering, what had gone wrong, and I was looking at myself and the situation I'm in and what's going on. I said, all right, what am I doing? And here I am, and I ended up I think I was being selfish in that my
you still got work to do, sweetie.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good because you caught yourself with it. Excellent. All right. There's something there that you're taking possession of. There's still an emotion that you still are feeling guilty or something.
It is what it is. I'm not to feel guilty over what it was.
Well, here it is in a nutshell. Would you know and do harm and break laws?
No.
Everything, yes. Right. So what the hell do you feel about it? Because everything that you've experienced in this reality has been designed to do one thing, and you feel guilty about it. That's where you know the real heart. That's why the whole guilt thing is what the Catholic Church doesn't teach. It incarnates it. Because they want the guilt on you.
Fuck the guilt. How about the fact it was just wrong? The situation, it was wrong, and I needed to correct it.
Yes, it is. But it's not about I need to correct it or I need to correct them. It's I need to look at me and correct me first.
Me, yeah.
Right. And understand that, no, I'm not evil. All was done, same way. That's your natural state of being. And that's why you tilt your head at these feelings around this, evil that's permeated this entire plane, I get it. Why are you wearing their guilt? If you want to look at it in a general sense, it's a teacher that has 30 kids in their class. And that teaches all 30 children how to destroy, how to control, how to lie, how to manipulate, and everything else. What kind of teacher? No, the 30 kids come out in the world, and all they do is commit crime after crime after crime. What did you expect? And that's exactly what this reality has done to all of humanity. It's taken the kids, all of us, okay, and has fought each other. How evil is it to murder? That's what you're dealing with. Because you know in your heart of hearts you would never do that. That's not your natural state of being. True or false, this? True. No. Generally and deep down, a good, working care about others type of being. Yeah?
Yes.
Right. So everything that you have experienced through this system, I'm wondering about breaking up there. Anything that you've experienced through the system with evil put upon you to make you feel guilty, thinking that you actually did do something evil and wrong. And this has been conditioned from the moment you could walk and talk. So who's the guilty party? One of the original made the decision possible to allow this concept to continue at all. You want to put a name to it? Call it Azazel, call it Lucifer, call it Satan, call it dark principality. I don't care what you call it. I just call it evil. Black and white. So I ask the question, am I good or am I evil? I'm full of evil, absolutely. That's what I was taught, which I should never have been taught. That's the real crime. Evil had to be taught.
Yeah, it did. Fear had to be taught.
So exactly what are you guilty of? Look at your whole situation. Did you know that having more was fraud? Did you know that using a legal name was fraud? Did you know that the system was a 22 designed to entrap you into fraud? Did you know that? As far as you know, me and everybody else, those that got married, had kids, had family, houses, cars, businesses, you name it. Every that was God. But it was normal, wasn't it? You know, going to school, playing, that was pretty normal, yeah.
Mhm.
You weren't out murdering people and planning wars and death and control. No, you weren't, were you?
No, I went to 2 high schools growing up. 2 different. Cause I went to, let's see, 7th grade. I went to Surrattsville. 8th grade, Glen Park. 9th grade, 10th grade, back at Surrattsville, and then 11th and 12th back at Glen Park. Well, it was really funny in my 10th and 11th grade. I think I skipped the whole year. I carried hall passes with me. I'd show up and I left.
And why not? You know.
You're right.
The point is,
it was boring. Stupid.
Well, the point is simply this, and what I want to get through here, especially with you tonight, is taking possession and ownership of the guilt that never was yours. Why would you feel guilty or bad because someone decided to kidnap you? Choice, no. I'll tell you what choice was. You're trying that thing straight, knows that when the kid finds, you didn't like it. You were enslaved in your own mind and clinging to it was the degree you got feather brushed and tested. I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones. I had everything stripped clean. You see, and until you start looking at the things that were literally, and I say this, literally a way of getting out of here to bring all those you love with you, are the very things that got stripped from me. Like you, like many of us.
Nothing to be guilty about. Not a damn
thing. And there's nothing to cling on to either.
No, there isn't.
Nothing. You take nothing from here. Nothing. You know, the gingerbread thing? What was the warning? Well, you can come in, but don't. There's one thing. Have you seen the Once Upon a Time part? I love the way they presented it. Hansel and Gretel going into the house. I think it was Once Upon a Time. Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
Anyway, went into the house and there's the witch. Yeah, it was. The kids were asked to go in and get something for Rumpel or one of the other characters, and they were told not to eat anything, otherwise the witch will get you. And of course the temptations. Oh, well, look at all the goodies, and then there's one kid starting to their face, and lo and behold, the witch wakes up and tries to throw them in the oven. That's exact. And of course, it was a bit of a fight in the house, but they ended up getting the witch into the oven, right?
Mhm.
That which you wish upon another, that for yourself. So her and one of the kids in the oven, like system, one in the oven, and it's in the mirror of that. Don't eat of the gingerbread house at all. So anything that you deem, partner, wife, husband, kid, whatever, family, cousins, aunts, uncles, lose it. Get rid of it. Get outside of that box. Yes, the people are still there and real and all the rest of it, but you need to break free of the conflict somehow. You owe them something, or they owe you something, through the form of a relationship of any kind. There's only one true family here, and that's the ones that expect nothing from others and would walk the way. And that's what this table is about. Creation for and with creation instead of destroying it.
You're absolutely right.
Construct is there to enslave. This is about freeing your mind. Because once you free your mind, I mean, hey, you can play the game of free your body and run away and hide in the woods or something like that. But not if you're running. You can never be free if you're running from something. Because the only way you can be free is through your mind. Heart within. I'm not talking about the brain matter here. I'm talking about the heart. Okay. Gold, the star within you, the real you.
Yeah, I can feel my heart coming back.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time.
Gone through a lot.
All that shit on. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's, you just need to get over it now. It's in the words. You've already gone through the lion's den. You like visiting or something? Let a lion gnaw on your leg a bit? And then, no, let it go.
No.
It was an experience to teach a lesson of letting go. And
that's one I've been working on is to explain a situation or talk about a story and not not be there. Be there to explain it. No, not even be there at all. Just explain the situation and share the story of what happened. Not get back into it to really take you there and make you feel what I felt. And that's part of it.
You got to be clinical with yourself on this. As soon as you start feeling something coming into what you're sharing from that perspective of a past moment, that's where you need to look. Or what am I holding on to? Why did I feel something like anger or frustration or guilt or anything? If you feel anything negative coming in with anything that you look at, then you're still trapped. Part of you is still trapped in that. There's a ghost in that machine still. Pull it back. In the same way that I can step fully into the whole situation with mom, dad, and all of these different experiences, everything that I've went through. Here's another example: lying outside on, pinned down on my driveway with some Goonies boot across my throat and wrist. Okay. You get it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's just some Goonie that doesn't know any better, and well, sucks to be you. And here's the beautiful part of it. Here's the beautiful part of it, buddy. I'm trying to help. This is for you, and here you are doing these things to people like me, and we're the ones trying to wake you up to your own death and destruction. But then if it's a demon, you're not going to wake the demon up anyway. So I don't care to judge. It is what it is, and as far as I can tell, it had a uniform on. That's a pretty good indicator that we're not dealing with potentially a very awake individual, right? Or a very peaceful individual. They're packing heat and stuff, and of course they have the authority of God. Apparently, their God, Lucifer, to go out and kill, harm, maim, and steal. That's what cops do. That's what they do. That's all they do. They're the dogs. They go fetch for the master. And the master keeps them on a short leash. And we know how to control the leash because we know who's guilty. Their master is guilty, not them. To the degree that once you tell them it's illegal to use a legal name and you're actually aiding and abetting. Here, a little post to give you an example. We got 15 minutes, 44 seconds to roll over. No idea what the BTR listener number is. Anybody?
57.
57. Okay, thank you. BTR listener 057 for those that want to call in, and 347-637-3265 is the call-in number for anyone that wants to jump in. 15 minutes, 22 seconds to roll over. Now, I want to go back to this one post. Oh, yeah. Did anybody see the definitive Winnebago Man? Fuck, that sounded like me on a show. It's beautiful. Puking rainbows, man. If you get a chance to listen to it.
Puking rainbows.
Yeah, I was gonna download it and play it tonight. It's hilarious. Oh, 1 sec. It was after this. Fractals. No, not that one. Not that one. Oh, yeah, here we go. I think this is where I was going. No, as a matter of fact, even asking me if I had a legal name to commit fraud is more illegal, officer, equals stone finger to a cop's test tickles. You'll know you're successful when they don't laugh from that one. Goldfinger? Nah. Stonefinger, bitch. Snap. Ooh, yeah, the boys just bobbed up and down on that one, eh? Stonefinger. Capices? Capiche? Yeah. Take your feces, the cost of doing business with the Admiralty, the fee on the high seas. Take your feces, elsewhere, Death Eater. Carnivores in a carnivale. Carne, chili con carne, that's chili with meat, yes, meat. Carnivores, carnivales. Clowns, clones, whatever that yourself. That's the power you wield. Now, when you tell a cop that, they have a choice, don't they? Pretty straightforward. Mm-hmm. Sorry for making your complete existence in a uniform null and void and invalid and making a criminal out of you because you're choosing to be a criminal. Sorry about that, but that's just the truth. And I'm here to uphold the law, all law. Not just the man-made stuff, because I'm more interested in the creational heavenly stuff. So there you go. Anyway, 360, I'm pretty sure you tried to get in there. Do you want to jump in before we get into the rollover here, sweetie? What area code is 360? Anybody know? Hard to tell these days with cell phones. No? Just wanted to hear your newbie story. That's
It's the Seattle Metro.
Oh, it is Seattle? Okay. There you go.
You were faster than I was.
360. You called in. Your mic's open. Unmute at your end. Love to hear from you.
Okay. Hey, I'm
there
sorry.
You are.
I had a lot of background noise there for a while.
No worries. Good to have you. Hi. Just wanted to make sure you got in here.
Yeah. I've enjoyed just listening, and I think, not to give advice, but, it's definitely good to listen. I had a literal opportunity just to kind of show the people, the doubters, the haters or what have you, who like to call me crazy every time I tried to bring up the legal name fraud. Someone, that I used to be married to, or whatever you want to call it, decided to send the legal name some documents, and it just became an opportunity, since I knew it didn't have anything to do with me, just to share some of our writings, and it just so happened that it just kind of, the lawyer emailed various people throughout my family. So it's just the perfect way to actually, give them the writings to read.
Oh, it's wonderful. Evil will destroy itself. You just got to give it a bit of time and let it kind of roll. Beautiful. You got a lawyer working for the truth. Nicely done. Back door on that one.
Yeah. Put in, a Jane Doe -755 motion, and they were asking to schedule some kind of hearing or something. I don't really know, since that doesn't apply to me. But so far, the judge and the court, or whoever they're trying to have harassed me, they haven't tried to contact me at all in several months. And I have, my parents on one side like, oh, we have to get you a lawyer and, we'll give you a $4,000 retainer. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't. That's the last thing I want.
Yeah, people are so quick to give their money away. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, I'm like, can I just have $4,000?
Yeah, here. I just need a retainer. No, tain means mirror.
To help humanity, I mean, in a better way, instead of just feeding the system a lawyer, and then, even then, it's a gamble at best. And regarding, the custody of living beings that I don't consider property anyway, so there's no reason for me to have anything to do with it. And it's just nice knowing that I don't have to,
That's the magic of it. You don't.
Yes.
See, that's the trap of the system. They make you think that you have to, and this is how it's done. This is normal. Give us your money. Retainer. Put you back in the mirror. Retainer. Right?
No thanks.
So, yeah, beautiful. And again, even firing off a Jane Doe -755 motion, that's just a shot across the bow. That's just letting them know that, hey, I can play with you. Yeah, you don't want to play anymore. I figured as much. And that's what it does, because what we're doing with that is, it's not about going in to fight a case or something. It's got nothing to do with that. That's how they think. Here's how I think. Here's how we think. We don't need to do that because we know it's fraud, but here's the neat trick. Here's the bar card that humanity has. Here's Jane Doe -755 that I'd be more than happy to step in, and you'd have to defend the living shit out of me, because that was a name granted to humanity from the crown. Okay?
Exactly. And the nice thing
Catch-22
was that there were so many lies about the legal name that it was really actually easy for me to separate myself from that, because the funny thing was, too, they made me sound like some, or the legal name sound like some crazy Freeman. They actually put in there that I think that I'm above the law, or the legal name does.
Yeah,
they didn't specifically mention the legal name fraud or anything.
Okay, here, one sec before we go further here. What they initiate from the moment of you awakening is they initiate a smear campaign on paper.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
It's a smear.
I self-medicate with marijuana.
Oh yeah, it's again, this is what they're doing is they're playing on the delusional, programmed, hypnotized zombie humanity that the ones that live out of the newspapers and CNN and TV, those people, the sleepyheads.
Crazy.
The Walmart.
Because I don't buy into that bullshit or think that I'm some, paper doll.
Exactly, and what the system embarks on immediately is a smear campaign. They did it with me. They did it with everybody I've ever talked to. That's all they can.
So I have to basically pay upwards of thousands of dollars, supposedly, to defend yourself against. And
nothing?
this person was just basically not wanting to pay child support, which I don't care about anyway. So
yeah, there's your ace right there.
Yeah.
That's your ace right there. It's like, you see, look at the system trying to get involved to, a deadbeat dad, okay?
Yeah.
In the most literal sense.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the thing with regards to the girls. creation took care of that. Because I was already taking care of all that anyway, so the intent was there, and it was made impossible. Okay? This is how clean I got ripped from everything.
Yeah, and actually the funny thing is that I don't know, I don't really care what happens with it, but I don't think they can really do anything, or, I don't think they'll...
No, they can't. It's not a matter of thinking. It's not a matter of thinking. This is certainty. Don't let the well. That bucket's in the water, sweetie. This is not a...
But that's what's funny. It's like, as you were describing, just the tink, 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 It's just like, nope, nice try. You know what I mean? It's exactly how you feel. It's just a game, and it's not about that. It's just that evil intent, and just like, nope, not, not okay.
It's not okay. Humanity has been enslaved long enough, and I see the ace that I'm speaking of is even more accurately with here a different point of view of looking at it. What you have there is you in the literal situation of, oh, she's a mom and she needs to get money from this guy, right? So that's how the system would prey on a vengeance-seeking, I want support type being that doesn't trust creation or their own choices. That, well, hey, I love to see a judge where the same example. Check this out. It was beautiful. I was laughing so hard through this. Robert Duvall did such a great job. It shows him as a judge. The only case that shows him being the judge. And here's a guy standing who had fallen behind in his support payments, right? So the judge asked him, he said, oh, your brand new truck in, because the guy said, I can't afford to pay it, and this and the other. Is that your brand new truck in the parking lot? Yeah. Okay, keys, right? So he takes the keys and hands them to the pregnant girl, his ex. Right? So, no, not to be outdone, though. Does that suit you, Mrs. So-and-so? Yeah, she's all fucking chuffed and everything else. And he looks at her and he says, and he points, that condition that you have right now? You know what causes that, right? Oh, okay. So that was his way of saying, you are part of the agreement here. You opened your legs. Okay, so what it was doing was balancing out in the morality side of things. Here, so this is why this situation with you is so beautiful, because, I'm good. I mean, hey, with the girls, I was at the house. That's where I wanted them, and, come and go as they please, right? So it only mattered to me that everything was taken care of. I told their mother, no, it's whatever you need. There's going to be no court agreements. Sorry.
Yeah, you have to want to take care of them, and I don't want to decide.
You do it because you
have in that matter. You should want to take care of all children, but I mean,
thank you.
The ones that are choosing to live with you, whether it's DNA or what have you, you should just take care of them because they're children. They're innocent. And
well, my attitude, especially, I won't even say especially, with all children, I will use the allegory of quote, my own children, unquote, in that what kind of support would I be giving them if I wasn't setting their souls free? You find me something on this earth that is greater than that, please. Good luck.
Yeah, I would have much, or I'm sure the children would have much rather preferred a lot more involvement in other ways over the years. It was basically one of those where, well, I pay child support, so that's kind of it,
Well, the game is really simple. Where you're at right now, we got lots of literal allegories that we can continue to go through. The simple point is this: you know who you are. You know that the whole system is bullshit, and that you've got things under control right where you are.
Yeah, it's really beautiful to see everything come full circle from just being a child and having like a compulsive just desire to like draw circles and squares and make an X, and sometimes like a double cross, and I never knew why. And then it's just I got some noisy meat sticks, so that's why
okay.
I'm in very often. But you want to say
great,
hello?
hon.
You want to say hello? No.
No. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just been great to just listen to the table, and I just love all the inspiration. Keep on.
That's why we're here. We do it.
Yeah,
we do it. We do it together. We do it together. We got lots of other people here. Might be want to chime in with you. And there we go. Okay. Now I can hear. All good. All good. Love hearing the voices. Anybody else want to jump in there? And got your mic back open again there, Strawberry, as well. So all the mics are open. Yeah, I'm here.
Ah, sweet. Yeah, Christopher here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the busiest time of the day for us. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Lots of kiddie noise and things like that. So if they happen to descend upon us, then I'll mute out. So yeah, everything going really cracker, eh?
Oh yeah. All you guys in the up over. Down under? No, up over Oz, baby.
Yes,
yes. Over the moon.
Yeah, I always thought we were upside down.
Yeah. Funny how that works, eh?
Yeah. Hey, that Pisces thing has sort of been developing here for quite some time. I inherited a whole bathtub full of goldfish, and they'd been, for the last 3 or 4 months, I suppose, they've been dying off one by one and all this sort of stuff. And I changed them over and put them into a smaller tank and kept it clean. And the kids came along and they put something in it, and more fish died. And my son just brought a Pisces home, a big sort of kai, I think they call it. And we put that in the tank, and it died the other day too.
I was going to say the koi. Goldfish are just small koi, so don't be so coy. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, nice fractal design. By the way,
amazing.
While you're looking on your anagogic trail, here's a couple of hints for you. Always track the dog and look for the fish. The game is about fish and dogs.
Yes. Well, we actually inherited a couple of dogs as well, a couple of small sheepdogs, and they live under the house and get let out every day. And it's interesting to see what happens with them, when they're fighting each other and all sorts of things, and when they're calm. Keeping the dogs under control is pretty important, eh?
Oh, yeah. You'll see this a lot. Fish and chips, guys. California Highway Patrols, Chips.
Fish and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, chits and churs and cheers and it's when you I can't even put this in words. It gets very comical. The game of cats and dogs and fish and fishermen. Yes. It really does. It's everywhere. You'll see it everywhere. And look at gills. They want you to be fish. Are you guilty, crucified fish? You breathing underwater? You drowning here? Look, we're trying to pull you into the air. Oh, what air? The cross air. You're the air of the cross. It's mind-blowingly simple. that's why it's so unbelievable most days. It's like, no, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, it's just sort of like a matter of listening to the other side, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And get the other bastard to shut up for a while, and we're away.
Yeah, sit tight, and everything works. It's the hardest thing, for me, getting this noggin of mine to shut down.
Me too.
Yeah, I find one of the things. I'll ask you guys when I'm in a drift, like just that in between, and I have this amazing concept come to mind, and then it's like, where did it go? What was I just looking at? And it's gone. It's
you can't type fast enough.
Nope. Yeah, things move very quickly, but the thing is, something was solved. You don't know what, but it was. So it's hey, that's how I've been rolling all along. It's like things present themselves and they solve themselves. You just have to be aware enough to see it. That's all.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm going to mute out now because kiddie things are starting to arrive. Yeah. Good to check in with you.
Yeah, great fun with your posts, loves, and keep it rolling. I love watching you guys. Yeah, you guys dance beautifully out there.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Scary fun sometimes, but we're getting a handle on it.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Okay, cheers, Katie. We'll
all right,
you
cheers,
later.
love. Take care.
Thank you.
No worries. I'll let you mute out on your end. If you want to jump in, if it gets quiet and you want to do that, it's fine. Shocked. A good time to maybe announce the rollover thing. I'm going to go grab a coffee and let everybody know where you and Roe are going to be, and we roll from here. We're in the rollover now.
All right.
Right? Let you know. So
I'll
be a couple of minutes.
Okay. We will be on directly after the rollover of this show, and that's for GNIP. If you want to call in from a cell phone or landline, the number is 914-803-4058, and we will announce the BTR listener number if you want to call in from Skype on the show and in the Skype rooms. That's a mouthful. Do I still have anybody with me? I've been abandoned? Hello? I can't see the board, so... Yeah, hey.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Yeah, just while people were talking, I decided it would be funny to make a little picture. So if anybody's in the Native Guy discussion group, it was a nice little suggestion. If you're afraid of the sheepdog, have you tried not being a sheep? Yeah. Draw attention away from yourself by not being the obvious target.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Criminal. Yeah, simple as that. Sorry. Yeah, it's going to be a little noisy. Yeah. What's going on? Am I breaking up?
No. Hi. I'm here.
Hey.
I was playing with my plugs.
With you.
Okay, we have Optimus Prime with us. Sorry, it sounded really robotic and distorted.
I was really behind again.
Yeah, buddy, that's really choppy there.
Yeah, it's really choppy.
Okay, I'll leave it for tonight. Love you. Hey, Strawberry.
Hello.
Yeah, hey. That sounds more like that doesn't sound like a computer issue. That sounds like a hardware issue. There's something up with the mic cable or something. That's how. So even if there's a slight break in it, it moves around. It still has enough to connect. But if it moves at all, disconnect, connect. So just check the hardware.
Okay, I'll have a little check. I'll come back. Someone else come in. I'll back.
Okay, I was going to say if you have another mic or something to try that out and see if that do you have another mic there?
Right now. Better.
Check 1 2. You have an external mic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sounding really clear on the back.
No, it's breaking up. Yeah, that's the only thing I would suggest is try a different headset. Hello? Anybody? Where'd everybody go?
Right here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
There we go. Hey, how are you?
Oh, not bad.
As opposed to very good?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to tie yourself up in something nasty, would you? Not bad?
Yeah, clever. I see that.
Yeah, good to hear your voice. Been a while.
Yeah, how have you been?
You know me. Shit disturber extraordinaire.
Well, there you go. That's the way to do it.
It seems to work so far, you know. It's ripped the system down. I think we're doing just peachy. Oh, we got Love in here, too.
I'm so loving the Facebook. Thank you for making me realize I could go in as Liberty and start standing in truth all over that. Woo! Thank you.
Yeah, go have some fun.
I am.
You're limitless, right? The whole idea was to remove the limiting idea of what a or any name is or was. Okay? Once you remove the limitation of thinking that you are one thing or another, interchanging and interspersing into these different things, literally personifying instead of just being yourself. Just be you. It's okay.
Yeah.
I know you when you speak. I don't need a name. I know you. You see, the name is the way, and I know the way that you're walking. I know the way I'm walking. That's why we get along. Did you ever notice that when
Yep.
when you agree on things, that there's no debating or arguing? It's just a really good time all the time? Yeah, I found that too. The only time you'll end up with a debate is whenever you tell somebody that just doesn't want to hear this, and then next thing you know, you're the most hated fucking cunt on the planet. And just get used to it. The demons hate saints. Got a problem with that? Seriously, guys?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. A demon's opinion fucking matters to you? Really? Well, if you think so, that's why you got to lose everything in the emotional guilt shit, because that's what opinions are based on, don't you know? Well, so-and-so did this, and so, yeah, well, we know all about that, don't we? You play the demons, guys. You play them, you don't. They'll figure it out for themselves. You'll find the benevolent heart, and you'll find the demon. And the path is always very clear. It's the one that the individual takes. They'll either walk with you or against you. Any questions on that, or that doesn't seem very gray to me?
No.
Right?
And then they start to wake up and want to walk with you. It's really sweet when they wake up. Oh.
Yeah, and then you find that when they have an opinion, a creative idea, because it's based in the same reality of truth that you are, you don't mind having those opinions. They're fun.
Yeah.
You can't know the truth. So get out and dance. Do your thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, Libby, you were... this is going back. When we talked about the mail and everything, remember that whole fractal of that alpha omega of the mailbox and all the... remember all that?
I do.
You see, this is the mirror fractal of that turned over now, because you know how irrelevant all of that is. But because you can't be, double jeopardized, get on with your day.
Yeah.
And we just take the whore down. And there's some of us that know this is all. For me, this is all there is I can do here. There's nothing else in this world that has any interest to me. That's it. Get the hell out of here and bring all the family out. That's it. So for me, this is my purpose. This is what I'm to do, and I'm good with that. It's frustrating as it gets today. You should listen to that Winnebago one. Did you listen to that?
I did.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like in my head most nights, okay? Oh, just in case you thought I took myself seriously or something. It's on the Facebook page. What's it fucking hilarious. I was
Winnebago Man.
Yeah, I actually was watching it, and I had to Brad shared it with me, and I had to post it. And as I'm watching it, I got partway through it, and I said, "Oh fuck, that's exactly what it sounds like in my head. These guys will love this shit, you know." So I sent it out, and yeah, when you listen to it, it even gets into gibberish. Oh fuck, yeah, I know. That's what my anagogics sound like to some people. Huh? What? Okay. So it's a beautiful anagogic fractal of Kate of Gaia on the air. Yeah, it's called The Definitive Winnebago Man on YouTube. It is absolutely hilarious. So here's how seriously I take myself. This is a great description of me dealing with those that can't simply accept the fact that using a legal name, anything is illegal. They look like Lucifer's flies, zippers to me, playing a dick-measuring ego game. Enjoy. P.S. Much of this goes through my head while trying to tame dragons. Mine too, right? I got to keep mine under wraps. It's funny, when you finally get a hold of your own dragon demon, you won't be quarreling or quivering with me anymore. You'll see when you get that fully. It's hilarious. So if you want to get a good idea of what it feels like in my head most nights on the show, you know the nights. They're the nights. Oh no, am I being honest with you guys? Yeah. All right, fucking piece of work. Are you kidding me? I know me. You know me. What's the most predictable thing about me?
Your unpredictability.
Yeah. So what's so unpredictable about that?
It's beautiful.
Because now you can everything I do is predictable because nothing I do is unpredictable at the same time. See, that's what it is. You get what you get because that's where I am. I give what I am in the now as it is now, and I kind of just stay there. You know, it works better. You guys find that too?
Yeah.
Less stress. The only stress you get is to how much you let a demon get under your skin. That's it. And then you give yourself shit for it later. True story, huh? Yeah. And then you end up in the culmination. Anytime you get a victim sort of thing going on in your reality, check this out. This works a treat. The fuck am I worried about what demons think or do? I'm going to be kicking them off the cliff. Next. And leave it there. I whatever. It's like this. Lucifer, is that the best you got? Really? That's the best you got, huh? And then you laugh at it. And things change very quickly in your reality. And you don't have to do anything. You just have to see it. Remember what happens to an atom, right? It changes under what?
Pressure.
Under observation.
Observation.
Only under observation will an atom change. Here's a little something I grabbed out of the movie, The Judge. It had lots of fractals in it. It was really good. Very well put together anagogic. One of the things that came up during the case, where his dad, the judge, Robert Duvall, was on the stand, Billy Bob Thornton asked him, well, at any time did you make eye contact with the individual? And then, of course, Robert Downey Jr. jumps in, lawyer boy, goes, wait a minute, it's impossible to make eye contact. You can't prove it. You cannot prove eye contact. So let's take that to a fractal though. Let's go a bit more anagogic on that. What is eye contact? Well, I don't know. Do you walk around with take your eyeballs out and touch stuff with it? That's what eye contact is. Okay, so let's talk about contact. Okay? Contact. Oh, there's no spirit breath in there. So don't miss the hidden rho, spirit breath, contract. You make eye contract. When you see something, eye contract with it. You see? Or you don't. Do you contract with evil? No. So what you're doing then is making eye contact with the other side of it. No. I'll tell you what I contract with. Truth. That's why your eyes see differently. You see past the veils at this point. But I thought it was rather interesting, you know. You're conned into being the contactee, right? Contacted by aliens, are you? In that you're actually conned into being a contactee or a contractee, contractor, by the mere looking at it. Seeing is believing, where believing made you blind. So if I can change the pictures that you're looking at and give you different reasons as to what you should believe, I can steer your atom in any direction I want. Get your mind back, kids. You see, here's the magic of this. This is about getting your own self-control back, your own majesty back. This is where I'm doing my best to unveil the things for myself as to how we've been manipulated, to bring it to the table, to let you know this is how we've all been manipulated, and you wouldn't want to do that to anybody, right? So what you're doing is you're seeing the manipulation of things around you, and you're not taking part in it. Because your mind is free now, you cannot be manipulated. Legal name manipulates humanity completely. It's the biggest lie of them all, and contained within the biggest lie is what? All of the little lies and their fractals. And when you get to the point of legal name is illegal to use, excuse me, pure magic from that point forward. Seeing is believing. But here's the thing. You got to know it, not believe it first. And we've been approaching this from the knowing. It's what was said earlier tonight about New Ager kind of sounding stuff. Yeah. A lot of this, especially right now, we understand what a New Cager is, but the point is, when people have that New Ager concept, while they still have a legal name, they haven't got a clue as to what's really going on there. Like, I mean, the stuff that comes in that I see people talking about, in 5D is a great example of this stuff. Sheer and utter nonsense in the most literal way. And these people are talking about ascension. They're talking about, you fucking name it. Everything outside of themselves, because they don't know who they are. They're caught in the seeing is believing matrix. So when you start not believing anything here, nothing. I don't believe a thing here. The only thing I can believe is me. I'm not going to lie to myself. And that's what the game's about. Stop lying to yourself. Someone convinced you to go along with a lie that's made you lie to yourself. And as soon as you stop lying to yourself at that most base level, legal name, something that isn't you, that you think is you, but it's actually dead paper doll, sucking the life out of you, someone else is feeding on that. As soon as you know that, it's a different reality. No words to put on that. You're just going to have to see for yourself. But just know this. And if you have to go and check it out to see why the legal name is illegal, there's lots of places you can look. To confirm that. It's not a belief. Well, I don't believe that using a legal name is illegal. Well, I know you don't. That's because you're programmed to believe that. That's what the Dark Principality wants you to believe, so that you will say that you don't believe it to me where I'm telling you a legal fact. You see, you can't argue with the facts. So we had to get down to the very nitty-gritty of getting to the facts and the basis of the most literal reality, which, of course, in my walk was the legal world. And when you can prove something in the legal world so absolutely, literally true, there's no debating it. 1 + 1 = 2. Anyone want to debate that, or are we kind of okay with that? The idea of take one item and then another item and you count them 1, 2 kind of thing? Okay, so we're not going to debate that because I can show and tell that with a couple of, buttons, 2 buttons, 1, 2. So 1 and another one is 2. 1 take away 1 is still 2. Well, there's still 2 buttons. There has to be. How can you take something away from something if it's not there? So the whole illusion of taking away something is an illusion where creation is concerned. No, there's always 2 buttons, whether you want to put a plus sign or a minus sign between them. There's still 2 buttons. Because you can't take away something from nothing if there's nothing there to take away from it. Do you see how simple this is? 1 minus 1 still has 2 buttons involved, yes?
Yep.
So did they suddenly disappear? No. They're still there. But they'll make you write a 0, won't they?
Oh, yeah. The programming starts so early.
Oh, yeah. Hugely early. So when you know something, when you have something that's tangible, that tangent thing, the tangible, when you have something that is tangible, that people can see and touch and experience for themselves, it's a little hard to make a disbeliever out of someone that's experienced something. Yeah. Don't you think? Oh, this happened to me. And someone tells you, no, it didn't. What are you going to tell them? Yeah, it fucking did. I don't care what the fuck you said. I was there. Were you? No. Well, then why do you have an opinion? You shouldn't even have an opinion. Oh, that's right. You're used to people lying to you all the time. So I stopped doing that long ago. You're just killing yourself doing that shit. When you can put it in someone's hand, you can put a birth certificate in someone's hand, can you not?
Yep.
You can put a birth certificate in someone's hand that says, warning, not to be used for identification purposes. And, if you've got to the point where you're showing a birth certificate to somebody to give them something tangible that they can sink their teeth into, they can probably read too, yeah? In the most literal way. Warning, Will Robinson, Right. Okay, so they'll get the literal of it. This is the literal world I'm talking about here. To show the objective of making something magical real, tangible. And there's nothing more tangible than that. It's in their hand, something they've experienced for themselves. Oh, yeah, I registered for kids. And, oh, yeah, I got my birth. All this shit that goes along with it. We've all been there. We've all done it. So it's very real to us, isn't it? Yeah. That's why we know this, because it was real to each and every one of us. Tell you what, did I know you before the birth certificate fraud? No. We seem to know the same shit, though, having never fucking walked together in our entire lives, but we seem to find the same stuff. Have you noticed that? Mm-hmm. Sounds to me like there's some independent living going on here. It sounds to me like there's some people out there like me that are going, I'm not going to fucking fall for this shit. And there we are, right here. Right now,
growing bigger and bigger every day.
Yeah, exactly. So there's the to and fro, the ebb and flow.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah.
It's Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. How are you? Good to hear you.
I'm fine. I got a little tidbit. I watched a show probably about 5-6 years ago. It was on in the afternoon on CBC at 1 o'clock, where everybody's at work. And it was about a study with crows. They were working with crows, and when they had the babies, they were with them in true being. They're seeing what they look like. But when the babies were born, they put like a skin mask over top of their faces every time they dealt with the babies. They put little radios on them, and then they went looking for them after they were, on flight and away from mom and dad. They ended up finding them. The babies knew who the humans were. So that, to me, makes complete sense about genetic memory. That if we teach and show what's proper way to live, a natural way to live, that will carry on in our genetic memory throughout time. And it'll just...
Okay. Rachel, hang on. We got to move out of that very quickly, because this is not about physical reality. You're in the physical reality. What that is an anagogic clue as to the imprinting, the constant imprinting, using the genetic deception.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is not about... Okay, this is a spiritual thing that we're getting the hell out of here. That's just another clue as to how we've been programmed so easily.
Exactly. And I watched a show they did in the 60s, black and white, where they had a teacher with a class, and they were the parents were hiding in another room watching this, and they were showing how you could manipulate the brain of a child within seconds. And the teacher was telling them that all the blue-eyed children in the classroom were more special, and that they were going to get to have recess, and the brown-eyed children were going to stay in the class because they were bad and they were, weren't very smart. And within a second, one of the little blue-eyed boys gets up and picks up a ruler and hands it to the teacher and wants her to hit the brown-eyed children. The next day they went in and they turned it around and said the brown-eyed children were the special children, and that the blue-eyed children were the bad children, and they were going to have to, sit out recess or have to eat lunch alone and not. And it was unbelievable how fast we were able to manipulate mind's thought, now.
Yeah, it's collective entrapment, and even doing that study is harmful.
Oh, yeah.
Because there you have two imprints placed in children at a very young age, that the chances are, if they were to get to adulthood, this game is over. That would be taken with them and hidden in the very deep recesses of the programming, and that is a demon ego program implanted so very quickly.
Yes. Very quickly.
As soon as you were describing that, I'm feeling the divide and conquer go right across the classroom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly. That's exactly what they were
So here I am, blonde hair, blue-eyed kid sitting here going, that's not right.
Yeah. And there was one little boy that absolutely refused to accept it. It was actually quite unique. One little boy in the classroom absolutely would not accept that he was special.
That would be you.
Out of them all.
That would be me. That would be all of us going, wait a minute, no.
Yeah.
My friends, asshole.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell my friends who they are.
Yeah.
They'll find that out by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on a hard line, right? And some guy phoned, and so I thought it was my husband, so I went and clicked in, and he's doing some survey around Alberta, wanting to know if we're satisfied with what's going on, and wanted to do, me to answer all these questions and to ask me what party that I would vote to. So I informed him of, the legal name fraud. And he excused me, and he says his name to me, his full name, and I said, that's a criminal act to be using that name. And he goes, he laughed at me and told me to have a nice day and hung up. No. He was off the phone so fast, it was quite humorous.
Good seed planting.
Yeah, it's great seed planting, because not only did that seed go in, it got watered with a laugh. Because I'll tell you something. The next happenstance where creation goes, oh yeah, she was right, that gets thrown in his face, he's going to remember that because he put a laugh charge to it. Beautifully planted, nicely watered.
Yeah, I told him, just Google, losethename.com.
Yeah, Google name fraud.
Yeah, Google. Yeah,
just Google it. Google, you got it? Lugo. Lugo. Name fraud. See how the fractal works? Does anyone else see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Do you see how that works? How perfect that is? giggle, tickle, testicles, right? Makes them giggle, right? So there's the entrapment of because you said it. You didn't see.
Yeah.
You might have thought you said it wrong, but I heard what you were going to say. Brilliant. And here's what it was: giggle, lugal, gull, Lucifer, gull, swallows everything. Name fraud. So you threw the giggle
tongue twisters.
in lugal. So that's the giggle from the lugal every time somebody brings that idea to that being's the whole legal name too, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Just a little funny here. Had someone post yesterday. They got blocked right quick. They're not on my friend list. Anyway, Jesus, buddy, you got enough legal names there? 4 of them? And every one of them said he was selling out. Fucking hilarious. So anyway, yeah. Well done. Those are the fun stories. I like those.
Yeah, that came in at the perfect time because I was just about to push 1. So when that beep, I thought, I better check that. And I'm blind as a bat, and I don't have my glasses on, so I didn't see the number. I was assuming it was my husband, right?
Well, there you go. Hey, I'll tell you what. You know what to assume next time? It's a phone call. Answer it.
Yeah.
It's all the box, doesn't it? Because I don't care who's called. Hey, do you know about the legal name fraud? It's illegal to use a legal name because that's why they're calling. So at least now you have the right assumption, presumption. They're calling you. I don't care who it is to find out about the legal name fraud. So,
well, I'm dealing with social services right now, and I had 2 of them sitting on my couch about a week ago. Wanting all these forms and documents all filled out to get custody of Nevaeh. And, I informed them of the legal name and what they were doing and how they were using their own person to threaten the security and safety of another, knowing she's safe. And she politely told me, and this is how, mixed up they are. She goes, this is not a threat. And this is a quote. This is not a threat, but if you do not fill out all this paperwork, we can take her from you.
No, no threat there at all.
Absolutely.
What a fucking liar.
They're so deluded. Even police officers, if they actually knew that they were chosen to be a cop, not because of their, intelligence and compassion, their lack thereof. And
because they're the kids that actually believed that blonde-haired, blue-eyed children were more special than the brown-haired, brown-eyed children.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're after. They're looking for the ones that bought into that bullshit.
Yeah.
Pure ego.
So it was. I played the little game with them, but I was definitely telling them that this paperwork has absolutely nothing to do with Nevaeh. Nothing to do with her. Absolutely nothing to do with her. And you're using your own person. And you could just see it go in one ear and right out the other. You can just see it right in front of them. There's just this blank look on their face, and nothing's there.
Okay,
nothing's there.
No, they're empty. Now here's one of the things you got to get in the back of your mind, especially if you ever come across free man videos or sovereign citizen or any of that fucking nonsense. Okay?
Yeah, I don't watch any of that shit.
Oh, I know. I can't stomach it. It's just ridiculous. Because I'll tell you why it's ridiculous. You have got people arguing with idiots.
Mm-hmm.
When you are trying to debate with a cop or a lawyer or a judge, you are trying to argue with a fucking programmed idiot.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the quick and easy answer. Legal name use, knowingly, willfully, in the absolute understanding that you are of the crown and everything else, but you're not, is illegal. Any use of it is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? It's got nothing to do with you. They can keep their contracted pieces of fucking paper. They can make eye contract with their own death. That's why they're trying to outlaw cash because, look, Lou, it's getting a bit expensive us cashing all these checks on you, huh? Because now it's a promise to pay up.
Yeah.
It says right on, promise to pay. Lou. Yeah. Golden rule, baby. Creation's holding you to the fire on this one.
Sometimes, though, I'm telling you, I just can't even deal. Like, I just got rid of a friend I've had for 30 years, and I'm finding it harder to reach the females, the women. The women are more like,
really?
One of my daughter-in-laws, I asked her, if you could just get up every morning with a cup of tea and watch your children run and play and grow and have fun and explore, or you could, have all this wealth. And at first she said, she did say, and then she right away changed. She goes, no, I like the money. I like nice things.
Yeah, that's
fine. So and it's sad.
Yeah.
I've lost almost all my family. I've given them almost all up. They all think I'm crazy.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is the whole reality program creates a smear campaign on those that know this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, a demon's opinion matters.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, plant the seed, move on. Because here's the thing: the ones that are in such defiance, for the same sort of reason as your friend there is, when this fully comes to light, you're going to have a lot of very grateful people around you.
Mm.
You might not see that right now, but I do. I see it. I've seen it all along. Because how nice would that be to come face to face with someone you did that for?
Yep. Yeah.
See, there's no vengeance there. It's like, sure, no fucking tell you. Come on, let's go play.
Yeah.
It's gone in a flash. That's why you don't hold on to anything. You got to let the shit go, because here's the magic part of it. At the end of it all, you're the one standing, dancing in the ball, and there they are. Hey, how's it going? The benevolent returns. No, they'll be happy. They'll be grateful. They might not like you right now, but that's okay. They're going to love you. Watch.
Oh, no, they don't like it. Most people that even come into contact with me, have no desire school system like them all. They just are, the cops that I've had to deal with lately over, what's going on here in our lives, in the system and everything. They don't know what to say to me.
No,
it is,
Well, it's because what we're doing in the spiritual sense is taking a diuretic dump on their Luciferian cornflakes.
Yep. Yep.
But they don't realize it's the real milk and honey.
Yep.
Where they've been eating shit, playing in the feces, paying to be on the high seas, fee, F-E-E, seas, S-E-A-S. Feces, ring a bell with anybody? Yeah. Yeah, they're the ones walking around in feces. Shit. No wonder they're unclean hands. Sorry, I walk on top
I've
of the
taken her out of school. I took her out of school, and I'm waiting for homeschooling stuff to come. And, they're in school for, 8 hours a day, and 3 hours is maybe learning, the rest is programming. So, for the 3 hours, she'll work and do her work and learn and use her learning for good, not evil. And she's going to enjoy her life. She's, spends time at the river, and she watches the elk run through town, and she listens to the owls, and she finds enjoyment and peace where I've taken her and where I've moved her. And I'm seeing a totally different child just step into this world. Oh, she's just tickling. She likes to be tickled. And that's where a problem happened with her, because somebody physically tickled her. And she likes the feeling of it. She told me it gives her the heebie-jeebies. That's what the chibbles. That's what Papa calls it. She says it's the chibbles. So I'm trying to teach her and show her how she can still get those feelings just by doing and enjoying life, which is when, we went down to the river and we were building a little dam and we're carrying the rocks and we're putting in. She's getting all nervous and her tummy's all doing because she's almost slipping on the rocks, and she's trying to build them and everything. And she's finding that same thrill without a physical contact from another person. And I want her to find joy in herself, not outside of herself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's so easy to explain it to her because she's 10 years old now, so it's so easy to explain things to her. She's very intelligent, and she understands what I'm talking about. Well, you guys talk to her. She has a gift for gab, definitely, and she's very smart, and I want her to know that she's not owned. I want her to feel that she's been given a gift of life and to enjoy it and run with it and don't feel threatened in any way, shape, or form. And when you told her, when you were talking to her, you asked her what her favorite subjects were, and she said science and BT something. That's a gym. That's phys ed and science. And you told her to go with that. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's what I mean. We overwhelm them with so much and so many, like you call them, stigmas, right? Be this and do this and be this way, and I don't want her to do that. I want her to find herself within herself. I don't want her to be manipulated or brainwashed in any way. And there's nothing wrong with learning on top of that, as long as you're...
Heart.
Yeah.
While you follow your heart, you're going to learn. But the more important part is when you follow your heart, you're going to learn that which matters the most to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty logical.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't it make sense that if you really love something and really, really enjoy something, that if you pursue it and follow it through because it resonates so deeply with you, you will find wondrous things in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No piece.
It was the same thing with my husband, building bikes and becoming a machinist just because he wanted to build a bike to be free. You know what I mean? He didn't want to. He wasn't looking in his future of what kind of money a machinist makes, because they do make good money, right? He's a 30-year veteran, very well paid. But when he went into that whole idea of being a machinist, in his mind it had nothing to do with money and wealth or anything. It had to do with being free and building a bike and jumping on it, because to us, riding is, closest thing to flying without leaving the ground. I heard that quote on 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
I mean, hey, you can ride with your arms open wide, can't you?
Yep.
Free as a bird and just sit there,
Yep.
You don't have to pedal. You can if you want, but you don't have to if you're on a nice little down slope, and just go with it. And treat your life the same way. Treat your life the same way. Imagine yourself on that bike of life with your arms spread wide, with nothing to fear.
Yeah.
Because here's the trick.
Yeah.
Everything in this reality, through the legal name deception, has made you fear every sound, every shadow, looking over your shoulder constantly, because there are so many parasites seeking vengeance and feeding upon the true benevolence of this world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No more. And look at the arsenal grow with the children.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing more dangerous than a free mind, especially one of a child.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why they divided the home, right? Get the mother out of the home, because that was quite clear to me why they did that.
And of course,
got them out of there, broke the family unit up, right?
Yeah, and throughout the system, getting back to the whole mother-child thing, the delusion that many women are in as well is that, we're the blonde-haired, blue-eyed kids of the court. We're the guys with the brown-haired, vice versa, okay?
Yeah.
So there's a sense of empowerment there, which creates an elevated sense of ownership. I experienced that firsthand with the girl's mother. And I'll tell you, I texted her about a year ago, I guess, regarding the separation. I was just fucking with her. I just wanted to see what she would do. I knew what she would do. She'd panic. I said, speaking of separation agreement, I guess we should, call that up, eh? Oh, no, of course not. It was only good for you when you thought it was good for you, but I know it's pure fucking poison. So it has no relevance to me, but it was just a very interesting experiment. It wasn't even an experiment. I knew exactly what was going to happen because I know her. And there it is. Here's the mud back in your face, the separation agreement that you went for, and how many thousands upon thousands of dollars did you waste? That, here I'm pouring into the children and you're pouring into that?
Yeah.
Like, really? And for what? For a separation agreement that, oh, look, you want nothing to do with it. That was the point I was making. Oh, look, yeah, it's fun and games when everyone's playing by your rules, isn't it? The bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but as soon as you throw the bullshit back, it's a different story. That's why I don't give a fuck. I don't. Castration takes care of things, and I know exactly the end game I'm aiming at. It's the one where, shouldn't I fucking tell you? Come on, let's go. That one. And they will. The ones that, are worthy and benevolent, don't matter to me. It will be what it will be, as it was meant to be. I'm okay with that.
Well, you know what? I don't know what's really going on. I sent, like when I took Neve out of school, I talked to the homeschooling where I'm close to, and she was supposed to come and bring her work, and, we were to meet, because I asked her, I'd like you to come, and I'd like to physically meet you, and I'd like Neve to meet you. You're going to correspond with her. If she has any questions or anything, you're her kind of her lifeline, so I'd like you to come here. And she said, oh, yes, 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 and I said, you're going to phone the school that she was in, right? And she goes, yeah. And I said, well, they don't really like me there, and you're probably going to hear a few things, that I've said and what's happened there. I said, and this is one of the reasons that I'm putting her in homeschool. I haven't heard anything back. I haven't got her schoolwork. She hasn't phoned me. She hasn't. It's been almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, they won't.
No. So it's
anyway,
like, okay.
That's me just, that's creation just saying that, what are you doing that for? You don't need it. She's doing just peachy, apparently. So,
she is.
See, this is the other side of that coin, too. Be careful in how much involvement you want to get into, because it can lead you into a literal, nonsense. Just see it for what it is. Of course she's not going to get a hold of you. Of course she's not going to do that, because the truth is there. And a teacher will hang out with who? Teachers. It's part of the program they're in. So let it go.
Yep.
She's doing fine.
I'm not even worrying about it. I'm not calling her back. Like,
I realize that. Again, this is the lesson for us all. Stop being involved in these things. Just, this is what it is, blah, 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 and then let it go and just get on with it, because that, to me, is just creation telling. What it would tell me is, why are you bothering? Because you're going to get the same answer, and it's going to be the same bullshit and the same opinions coming back all the time. So why involve yourself in any of that? Just say it for what it is, have a good laugh at it, and move on.
Yeah, I just giggle. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I mean, sending away for schoolwork or whatever, you got internet. What the fuck do you need to send away for anything for? She knows what she wants. Let her do what she wants.
Yeah.
This is what I'm telling everybody. Get out of the system thinking that, well, I'm going to, and this is to be literal for everybody. Well, I'm going to homeschool and I have to, then do it. You don't need to do anything other than that. Decide I'm going to raise my own child, and we're going to learn together, and we're going to do the things that resonate with well, I guarantee it's going to resonate with you if it resonates with your kid. It always did with me. We always had something in common with everything we ever did. So stay there. That's for me. That's more creative. That's where I stay. I'm not telling anyone to. You choose what you want. That just, to me, seemed to be a better way to approach it. Not worry about any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
My greatest learning, I didn't get in school. At all.
Oh, me neither. It's called life.
I haven't been in school for decades. What the hell would school teach me now? I'll tell you, look at you. You can teach the schools a few things, can't you? Yeah, those really smart intellectual ego teachers, principals and vice principals and headmasters and headmistresses and all the rest of it.
Well, one of the reasons, this is the main reason that I took her out like right away, was they give her a flute, a recorder. Now, Neve is she just loves music, right? So they give this child a recorder for the first time, and she's on a bus for the first time for an hour. And they put the recorder in the child's hand. They go, don't play the recorder on the bus, right? So of course, Nevaeh's going to play the recorder on the bus because she's Nevaeh. And she starts playing it, and so is her little friend. And the bus driver pulls over and stops, goes back, takes the recorders from them, and, takes them up to the front of the bus. When they get to the school in the morning, Nevaeh asks, can I have my recorder back? And she said no. So Nevaeh takes one step down the steps and grabs the recorder off the dash, right? The bus driver grabs Nevaeh by the hair, pulls her back off her feet, and she lands on the step of the bus. Well, I don't know about any of this. The bus company calls me and tells me and informs me that this has happened, and that they know that it's happened because the teacher's aide was inside the school looking out the window at the same time. So the bus company calls the bus driver and says, what happened here? And she said, well, I grabbed her by the coat. And the teacher's aide said, absolutely not. I witnessed it. She grabbed her by the hair. She ran outside.
Not only a music hater, a child hater, a child beater.
Yep.
Might as well call him a rapist because that's what that is, and a liar.
Exactly.
Gee, can anyone have a good overview of what we're dealing with here? Good. Yep. I thought so too. So at least now you know what you're dealing with. There we go. Yep. Keep going. We only got a couple minutes here. So just let you know.
So I just, took her out of school that day. I phoned, and informed her worker, this is what's going to happen. I don't care what you say. She's not going there. Obviously, there's child abuse going on in the school, and the whole system's hiding it and protecting it because absolutely nothing was done about it. And nobody would have even known if the teacher's aide wasn't looking out the window. Nevaeh would have fallen, knocked her teeth out on the steps, or she would have slipped. So she was so precariously perched in the school system when it involves her safety. So that was it. And she hasn't been in school now for a month, and nobody has blinked an eye.
No,
nobody
you know why?
said a thing to me.
Let's call it for what it is. They're not blinking an eye because they know the heinous crime that was committed there, and they want this very, very quiet.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
So they're seething in their own putrid shit. So let them see.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Guess who saw that? Creation did.
Yep.
The night has 1,000 eyes.
Yep. Unreal.
What's the song? Those little white lies. You know the one? Because the night has 1,000 eyes.
Yeah.
So that's the Argo I sail on.
Yeah,
it's the all-seeing eye boat, baby. And I know this. That's why there is no vengeance in my heart.
Well, you know what Nevaeh wanted? We asked her what she wanted to do. Did she want us to phone the police? We gave the option to Nevaeh. Do you know what she said? She wanted the RCMP to go to the school and inform them that it was criminal to hide that a child was getting hurt, and that she wanted the RCMP to go to the bus driver and inform the bus driver that it was a crime against her to physically harm her. That's what she wanted done. No ill intent, no, I want them in jail, she just wanted them to be informed that this is wrong. And she's 10 years old.
That's a loop.
10 years old.
Hon, that's a loop they can't close. We're almost out of time here, just letting you guys know that. The rollover, snip, snip. Oh, look, vasectomies all around is rolling on right after this. So, this is a beautiful scenario of exactly what you should never be a part of a system for.
No.
Legal name allows that shit to happen.